There we go.
Hello.
There we go.
Oh, it's working.
Sure is.
Alright, take two. What's up, gamers? Welcome back to the Smite OCL for the second week. I'm Lath. I'm joined here on the desk by Gebetto,
Hello.
and we're excited to bring you what I think is going to be a pretty good set between Biogravity Finance and the Dandy Demons.
Yeah. Oh, is that how we're pronouncing it? I know that there was a bit of debate about that. Is that how you were saying? Is it Dandy?
Yeah, I think Dandy's short for Dandenong.
Oh, the place. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I know a couple of them are Melbourne boys, and like Dandenong's obviously Melbourne, so I'm assuming it's Dandy. I mean, I thought it was okay. There you go. I've just
Dandy.
confirmed it, cool.
Okay.
I thought it was Dande, like Dante's Inferno kind
Yeah,
of thing,
but,
but
but that like a typo.
yeah, yeah. All right, there you go, Dandy. So anyway, what I think's gonna be a pretty exciting match. Unfortunately, Danny Demons aren't sitting too great. They lost the first set 0-2, but I think that these guys are going to bounce back pretty damn quickly because I think there's a really good team, really strong roster, and a mostly continuing roster from season one. They've just kind of plugged Endless into that mid lane and placed
Yeah.
their old mid laner.
They've removed the king. Put Endless on instead. Who did they play in week one? Was it you guys or was it
Uh,
another team?
I do believe it was the Cog Chickens, yeah, that they played.
What do you think? How did you feel like playing against them? Looking at this roster.
They were good. I thought that this was a really strong team. I think that these guys are going to go places.
Yeah.
I mean, like as I said, chucking Ellis in that mid lane just makes the team stronger. So I've been hearing a lot of talk around the traps about Jed as well in that support role. A lot of people raving about him, and for good reason. He's just looking like such a strong player right now. Really leads the team from the front.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see what we're coming from the front line because I've also heard quite a few good things about Abs and some quite decent things from Melbs as well. Just like a lot of big talk about for the one with you and Chickens that I haven't seen much of Endless, but I've heard lots of good things about him. So I'm definitely still keen to see what he can do in more sets, in more games. So
Yeah, I remember Endless like when I first kind of because I originally come from the console scene, so I know a lot of the old console players. I
mm,
don't really know a great deal about all of the old, really especially the OPL players because
mm.
that was just before my time. So, but Endless is one of those players that I had heard of after I kind of moved to PC and started learning the region a bit more. So for me, it's really exciting to see a player like him come back and start onsing again. So and especially around Abs, who I know he's played with for a long time. And
Yeah,
speaking of console players, Melbs and Jed are two console players that
I did not know that they were both console.
yeah. So I used to play like in houses and stuff with Jed and Melbs, and they've always been really good players. So seeing them, playing in a league like this with a team like this, it's exciting for me, and hopefully it's exciting for everyone else.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I'm definitely keen to see this team play more. Like, obviously, they played well against you. That first game against you guys was very entertaining to watch. Obviously, I'm sure it wasn't entertaining to play. It was very, very long, but
It was horrible. It was horrible.
yeah,
Um, and then of course I feel like have to point it out as well. Tiger Max as well, very long time player, very storied player, been around a lot of leagues,
mm.
um, and a very good performer as well. So
We want to bring in somebody for the interview. I know that we do have someone waiting by. Do we want to bring in someone for an interview on this team before we start talking about the other team?
yeah, let's get him in here, the big
All
man
right,
himself.
someone who has drag perms. There we go. Hello, Mr. Abs.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Doing pretty good. That's a nice
Very, very
voice.
good, sir. Oh yeah, dude,
Nice
that's why he
mic.
got rated. I'm pretty sure he got rated S on the voice tier list.
Yeah. Teal,
Really?
I'm pretty sure at least S or
Oh my, I've missed that one. I've got to check that out.
A. Well, Abs, tell me, how are you feeling, especially after last week, heading into new week, new you?
Dude, we're feeling real good tonight. We've been practicing it a
that's good to
lot
hear.
lately. We've been doing a lot of strategy. Jed's been in the books. He's got his nose deep in the pages, and he's got upwards of 50 to 100 different strats to pull out. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah,
This man, he's at volleyball, and he's sending us strategies while he's playing. He's like, guys, let's do this, and it's just so nice.
That's good to hear.
yeah. As I said, I played a lot with Jed back on the console scene, And even just in houses back in the day, he used to come in with just plans in mind. Like he would just come out with all these different strategies, all these different picks. So does he kind of like lead from the front in regards to picks and bans?
He does. We've all kind of taken a bit of a responsibility. Some more than others, but really it just kind of depends on the day. Sometimes Jed isn't feeling it. One of the first scrims I played with the guys, I kind of came in and I said, guys, ban this, ban that, do this. And they were like, oh. So that was kind of one of the main reasons I got picked up in the first place, was just kind of the knowledge. And I think Ends and I, coming with our knowledge from, OPL back in the day, we helped Jed a lot to kind of play 4D chess and picks and bans.
I mean, when you, I like that. When you came into the league last season, I heard a lot of really, really good things about you from a lots of people. Like I hadn't heard of you before because I haven't been playing super long. Like I wasn't. I mean, I played back then, but like Lath, I was playing on console. I was not on this scene at all. I think I played a lot of NA as well. That was like years ago. So I don't know a lot of these players, and having you come back, I heard a lot of good things about you. So yeah, I'm definitely keen to see you. How are you feeling about the meta in solo right now? Like, have you got any, without spilling secrets, you got any things that you are thinking of playing?
Obviously I can't say too much. I do kind of leak my strats in casuals a lot. So if you see me in casual, that's usually what I'll be playing.
I think I
guess
did
that's
see
a
you
little bit of
play a certain god in casuals. I was playing jungle.
yes. So we've got to just watch out for a few things. But the meta in solo isn't too drastic, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
I do think buying the the $400 earrings is underrated. I do that a lot.
I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So
What does the
yeah.
400 give you?
It just gives you MP5. Now,
Oh, yeah.
I've been doing some maths. It's not great in the early game, but if you're a King Arthur or a Cthulhu and your blue gets taken, you're in trouble. So getting the earrings kind of helps you out in that regard.
if your team is if you're getting a bit jungle diffed, you might just spend 400 to get some MP5. The T2 of that, I've seen quite a few people do that, not upgrading into the full item either at all or until later, because the T2 of that item is just ridiculous.
Right, I've seen starts on it. I've seen
Yeah.
start on the tier 2, back for the starter item at level 2, 3, and like they have upwards of 40 mana per 5 seconds,
item.
right?
If you get if you get Scorpion at 5, get your blue plus the T2, you have 30% cooldown.
Oh, jeez.
There is a lot you can do in the early
minutes.
game. And that's just maths that people don't really understand. So when you really dive in, it gets kind of hectic, and you don't even realize it.
Well, definitely exciting. I'm keen to see this set. Have you got any last words left?
No, I think that's about it. It's pretty
Alright,
pretty interesting little insight there from Abs. We don't want to have him give away too many of his secrets.
Very excited to see the Jed comps that come out tonight. So thank you for your time. Good luck, man.
No worries, guys.
Thank you for your work on those tier lists. I don't know how you did those, but thank you for making them.
just a lot of work and sitting in my room for hours on end.
Yep. All right. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Abs. Oh, what a lovely guy.
Ready to take over, William, or would you like me to continue for interviews?
No, I'm happy to jump in.
Cool.
Are we jumping over to By Gravity now?
Over to By Gravity, yeah. We will say goodbye to Beto here. He will get ready to cast the game.
Come back for casting.
And Nana's finished setting up behind scenes and will come and join me here on the desk.
For sure. Alright. So, By Gravity.
By Gravity Finance. Now, this is an interesting team. I mean, it's a real Frankenstein team, in my opinion. They've really just kind of plucked people out of nowhere. Obviously, we've got Bamboy back in mid, played from last season as well. And then he's got Evelyn, or Corbara, as I'm sure a lot of people are aware. Dookie and Solo, and Weave coming back from retirement home. And Klax, just to kind of round that out in that ADC role. What do you think about this team here, Nan?
Off first glance, when I saw these guys, even before they'd played, I would see them like solid midfield, but I think they have the ability to take games off even the highest teams. I think it's there. They sort of just need to get into their mojo. Corb, very strong jungler. He's quite experienced. Golden Bamboy, a bit less experienced, but I think he's still coming through. definitely quite recently he's been known to be a bit of a KDA monster. So
Yeah,
I'll
Fanboy.
expect a lot of kills out of him.
Yeah, he's a bit of a casual pub stomper in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like loves to run it down. Will look for any excuse to pump out large damage numbers
Yeah,
and get a lot of
that's not a
kills.
negative thing. That's just it's like a difference, you know. Like I think he's less experienced, but his mechanics for sure are definitely there, and I think it takes a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
it's still experience can be a weakness for him. I think he's susceptible to being out of position to probably going for kills and over tempting himself a bit too much, but. I think
Yeah,
he's still like if he's enabled he can get a lot of kills and a lot of damage off.
yeah. Both him and Clax, in my opinion, like very new to the scene. Clax around for half a season last season, although in the jungle role for Bamboy's team, now finding himself in the ADC role, along with Bamboy, who has really only just played last season. But luckily, they've managed to surround themselves with three very experienced players. We've hasn't played the game in a long time and just suddenly comes back out of nowhere. Corb as well, even Dookie. So I'm sure that the experience from these other players are probably going to, pay off a lot for for Bamboy and for Clax.
Yeah, I've had the privilege of being able to team with a lot of these older players, not super old players, but players who were definitely huge figures around season 4, 5, 6. I haven't ever really got to team with Weave, I don't think.
Well,
Obviously, I've always highly respected him, but I haven't got to see how it is being on a team with him. But no matter how washed you could call yourself, that by having as much experience as he has, like you could be gone for so long, but you have something that you can always bring to a team. That experience, the leadership
yeah.
and the comms and the calls, those things don't really fade, um, especially once you get back into the swing of it. So,
Well,
yeah.
speaking of Weave, we do have Weave standing by to do an interview with us.
Ooh, nice. So, should we bring him in then?
Yeah, I've got him in. Weave, hello, how are you?
What up?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, not much, man. Couple questions. What's it like to be back in the OC competitive scene?
Um, bro, this meta sucks. That's what I gotta say.
I think sub probably is one of the worst roles right now.
Bro, I played a game of Fenrir support, right? My first game back, and I was like, I'm gonna kill this guy, right? I'm gonna play bot lane, and I'm gonna show these kids what's up, right? My brutalize did 50 damage. Like, what are you meant to do?
Listen, you're
Or
about 6 months too late, which is so unfortunate.
you auto people for like 10 damage, and people take like 5 health pots. I hate this role.
People also have a lot more health to start now as well.
Hold
But
on. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
I've been
it's
hearing
an adjustment.
I've been hearing a lot of support players actually talking about how support's not exactly in the best position at the current minute.
Yeah, dude, you're just walking around. You can't accomplish anything on your own. It's not fun. I want to play Bacchus. Nobody's played him. I want to play Sobek. You pluck someone, they don't die.
Yeah,
Game,
you
I
only
game
think go
sucks.
for those, you know. OCL, it's all about freaking comfort picks and whatever you want to pop off on. I think you can play anything in SUP and make it work. And I think you'll take a lot of people by surprise because some of those picks people haven't faced very often these days. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
reckon go
Look, you
for
can play. You can play anything if you want to come last. Okay.
it. What do you reckon
But
you've been funneled into then? What kind of picks have you been forced on?
Um,
Just like, are you not enjoying the
bro.
meta picks, or do you mind the meta picks, or
No, I don't. Actually, I quite like the meta picks, but the play style is just boring. I hate it.
okay, yeah, not being able to really kill anyone.
Also, like, I feel like the proper way to play the game is just ignore the enemy as much as possible and just go farm.
it
Right,
does feel like that, yep.
I've been spoiled by League of Legends. I've been playing that.
Right.
But Weave, tell me about this team. Tell me about how you came across this team, how this team came across you, and how you've been, acclimatizing to it.
Yeah, look, all I know is Juki, and he was like, "Hey mate, we got 4 people. You want to play?" So I was like, all right, have a bit of fun. It wasn't a bit of fun.
And now you're
I got
locked in.
I got suckered in, but I'll ride it out.
That's the spirit. That's what we like to see. But well, so do you reckon this team can beat some of these other top four teams? Do you think there's potential, or do you think you'll
Mate,
kind of just be stuck in the middle pack?
mate, I don't know anyone from the scene. You asked me about top teams. I don't know.
Oh, surely you
Right,
recognize some names.
yeah,
I know
some
you'd
names.
recognize a few on OBB at least.
I don't know. Half the people are playing on controller. What's that?
Okay. I think
think
Bamboy's a
most-
bit of an anomaly.
I think
Half
that's
my
mostly your
team is
team.
playing on controller. Bro, you ever heard of keyboard and mouse?
I do think that they're still playing on consoles just in general, not so much restricted to controller.
Anyway, I log in, I play a game. I don't know who I'm versing. I play my scrims. I log off. That's the daily cycle.
Have you been
I don't-
scrimming much? Have you been forced to scrim much, or just the right amount?
Okay, I'm not being like forced into anything. Okay,
Okay, that's good. That's good.
and yeah, we've been scrimming a bit. It's been getting better, but the first couple of weeks, were really depressing, to be honest.
But
Oh,
it's
it's-
gotten okay. That's good. At least it's
Yeah,
gotten better.
it's good. It's good to hear it's getting better for you though.
Well, what do you think about this set? Well, are you confident going into this set? Do you think you can beat this team straight up? What do you reckon?
I don't know who I'm versing, mate.
Have you not played these guys? Have you not scrimmed these guys?
I probably have, but I don't know who they are. I don't
Surely-
care about that information.
So you can't
I
really
don't
give
know,
us a prediction, can you?
I treat every team to say, "Hey, prediction, flip a coin. All right, if it's heads, we're winning. All right, there you go."
Someone get a coin
Alright.
real quick. Let's find out who's winning this game right now.
That's a message to chat for voting.
So,
It's a coin
someone
flip.
flip a coin in chat. Let us know who's winning this set. Oh, I mean, that's some good insight though. We've good to have you back in the competitive scene. It's good to hear your voice. Good luck on the set, man. We'll get you out of here.
Yeah, cheers,
Thanks
mate.
for coming.
Thanks, man. Heads. All right. Looks like Bi Gravity.
Ah,
Finance is
hell
winning.
yeah! Yeah, we don't even need to play the game.
You gotta
Yep.
get going, Weave. I think Bamboy's asking for you back.
Cancel the
Alright.
games. Heads. All right. Thanks again, Weave. Good luck in your
Alright,
set, man.
see ya.
See ya. That was a
Oh,
joy. I did not know what to expect, but I was not disappointed.
what a character. What a guy. Yeah. Interesting. Gonna be an interesting set, in my opinion. Just,
Yeah,
if
I
you-
mean, I'm as lost as Weave is right now. I'm actually not sure how this will go, this set. I think it could easily go either way. Literal coin flip. I agree
Yeah.
with him.
I've seen some real popping off coming from a couple of players of the Bi Gravity Finance team. You know, especially like Corb and Bamboy as well. So could be interesting. But I mean, just purely off names, I think I've got to give it to the Dande Demons. As you know, we played them last week and they feel super strong. These guys have been hanging around for this is their second season together now for the most part. Obviously adding Endless in and Abs came in halfway through last season, but for the most part, still the same roster. So
Yeah, I agree. I think Dande Demons have definitely got more experience playing the game currently right now. Like Dukey and we heard it just before. They're still not really sure about the meta. Not super happy with the meta. I think we can say too. But I see Dande Demons as a bit more of a unit right now. I think Melbs and Jed sort of glue that team together really well.
yeah, well, like I said, Melbs and Jed, old console players, not anymore. I would just like to point out, both of them been on PC for quite a number of years now, but they've been playing together. I remember playing with them back in 2016, 2017. So, I'd assume that those guys have a lot of synergy together. Enjoy playing with each other, and I am hearing from higher ups that it will be a Bachi Man sub for Tiger Max in game one.
Right, so this isn't the first time we've seen Bachi Man in, is that right?
No, so we did see a Bachiman sub game one last set as well against the Chickens. And to be honest, popped off, did really well. Played the Neath, with that kind of one-shot build from over there in the duo lane, and yeah, kind of just burned through down. I think he dropped top damage in the game, maybe. I think it was like a clean 38k damage.
Yeah,
Um,
it's weird for Dande Demons, because, like, do you think Tiger Max and Barman, they're quite different players? I mean, I feel like they both have a tendency to stay in lane for a while, but they play different picks, and, like, I think Tiger Max can win a lane, but he can also, like, not impact team fights as well as Bart, I feel like. Do you agree with
yeah,
that?
yeah. You've got two very different ADCs. Yeah, because as you said, like Tiger Max is an old duel player. He's been playing duel for a long time. And kind of just seems to prefer that. Whenever it's like, the ADC 1v1 meta, he always seems to really prosper from it. He loves building things like Ichabod, Atalanta's Bow, really going hard on lifesteal as well, and just kind of pushing his lane until he gets a Phoenix. And um, Bart's a lot more of a team player, makes good rotations, but can also do well in lane too. So, um, yeah, it really is, as Weave likes to say, a coin flip. Um,
Yeah.
you never really know what you're going to get with either player. So, um, and I mean, I thought Bart played really well last week. So, I mean, I guess I'm kind of actually excited to see how well he goes in this set as well.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what kind of picks he'll pull out. Maybe I liked him on the Neath. I think that's a good pick for him.
Yeah,
I
I
think
wouldn't mind seeing a Neath run back.
if I'm not mistaken, I think Endless is a Neath player in mid too at times. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that even 2 games for the Dande Demons. I think in general it's a fairly solid pick, but I think it's just a weird dynamic, like going back to the sort of two ADCs Dante Demons have playing for them. Usually, when you sub an ADC or a solo laner, there's not a huge change to the team because you're not really impacting that core three. But Tiger Max and Bartman, they are quite different players, so it's still an adjustment.
Yeah,
Dante
yeah.
Demons are gonna have to make.
Swapping their ADC sub out mid set is quite rough. Yeah, I agree because it is such a different player. Plus, I'm sure Bart also likes to talk. I've played a little bit with Tiger, not the biggest talker. Doesn't like to com a whole lot. So I'm not really experienced with playing competitive games with Bart. Um, but you never know. He might maybe brings the comms a bit more, a couple more
Uh,
rotations.
I can confirm Bart is a bit more of a talker. He still doesn't like to get too involved, especially sort of early mid game into battles with the core three, but like he does have the tendency to stay in lane a bit longer than probably ideal, same as Tiger Max, but he I think he makes better impact in team fights, and I think he sort of uh, does like to contribute. I guess once he's pushed his lane out, I think it's a
Yeah,
different story if maybe he's behind or getting shoved in. So yeah,
yeah. And then this Biogravity Finance team over is a bit of an anomaly to me. Um, I'm not super familiar with Weave or Dookie. Really, they're a little bit before my time. I have teamed with Corb in AGL. He was playing mid at the time and solo, kind of jumped between the two roles. And Corb likes to Corb likes to talk. That's for sure. He likes to
yeah, he's a good combo.
get
I've
involved.
teamed with him a lot too. Yeah,
He really likes to get involved, and it's very useful to have on the team. So I have to assume that Corb is just going to lead this team in most of the game as we are. Looks like we're finally ready to jump into picks and bans.
yeah. Finally, they've got this lobby sorted. So
Biography will be your order team with the first pick
and the
as
churn ban.
Analog Band. Very good band.
Yeah, it's pretty standard at this point. I think nearly all the sets we've seen, he's had a very high ban rate. Kepri, another very, not much to say again, another very standard ban. Still valued very highly by OC. I think more highly than even in SPL now. We're starting to see him get through into games. Nem, a good response ban. Uh, I feel like that's more of a Corb god than a Melb's god. I mean, it's kind of every jungler's god right now, so it's still fine.
Uh, Melbs is pretty proficient on that Nemesis as we see our first Lancelot appearance,
Well, a
albeit in the
ban.
ban column.
He will be
In
appearing
the
in the
ban
ban
column,
column.
but his first showing in OCL, unfortunately, it's just a ban.
We'll
I
have
was
to
hoping
wait
maybe
one
it
more
sneaks
game
through.
at least. Yeah.
But
Well, I think being second ban for Dande Demons, it's safe to say we won't see him in this set, unfortunately. Freya responded.
well, this is odd. I always say that Freya ban from first pick is odd because most of OC is so happy just to play that Freya, and whenever it's in a good position, it just doesn't seem like first pick should ever be banning it.
Well, now that Lancelot is banned, and an interesting Morrigan third phase ban, there's a few picks up right now. There's Osiris, there's Yamoja.
Well,
Erlang's been nerfed, hasn't he?
I would like to note that both Osiris and Erlang have been nerfed, on top of Boomber's Hammer being nerfed, and Stone Cutting and Golden Blade all being nerfed. So I'm not too sure if we will be seeing a lot of Erlang or Osiris. People might still favor it.
I'm not too familiar with the Bauble. Is that what the item's called? Bauble Abusers?
Yeah, so Bauble abuses gods with a lot of cooldown,
So,
like ESET.
Isis,
So,
Nox, yeah, ESET, Nox, and Guan. I've been hearing a lot of things about Guan from different players, so, yeah,
well,
we'll see if he gets picked up.
ESET hover. I like the ESET. I know that Bamboy has been playing it a wee bit. We know that Endless plays a lot of it. He played it both games. Last set as it is the lock-in. 40% win rate across 20 games is pretty good.
And can we just go back to this Morrigan real quick? Do you think this is like a targeted ban against by Gravity, or do you think this is because of the Bauble now and the potential for her to pick it up,
Uh,
the item?
oh, I would probably lean towards the Bauble. I think maybe just try, unless maybe these guys have played Gravity Finance in a couple scrims and know that Bamboy favors it as Shibalanke and Athena hovers. The Athena one's curious for me, but I love the Shibalanke. I think Shibalanke is really strong. I always think Shibalanke is strong if you just want a lot of damage, as it is locked in for Bachiman. I would assume it could be Shibalanke to Endless in the jungle, in mid, sorry.
Yeah, it's surprising not to see like a Jing Wei picked. I think Jing is still head and shoulders above a lot of the hunters. Um, so the duo lane, well, we can't really say the duo lane's being looked at here because that Athena could really go anywhere, especially in this meta.
Yeah, it could also be
I
anything
don't
in the
see
jungle.
Melbs playing it though. I was just gonna say.
Nah, Melbs is much more of a carry jungler. He wants
Yeah.
those Thors, the Nemesis. Susano, maybe. Wouldn't be surprised.
So by
Jingwei,
gravity, get the Jing Wei now since it
yeah,
hasn't been picked up.
insta-locked. Wowza. I mean, I like it. I think Jingwei is pretty good.
Nice
And
safe
Faf,
pick for Klax, and I think Faf is a pick Weave likes. Back in his old days, I feel like I've seen a lot of Weave Fafnirs. So, good pickup, I reckon.
yeah, 9 games, 77% win rate. Now, that one is good.
Jeez, is that just for this season? Surely not.
No, I don't think we've had that many games of Fafnir. That must be including the end of last season too. Poseidon hovered for Demons. Now this one locked in. I have to assume that one's going to be Melbs in the jungle. I've seen him play it a couple times now. It does probably fit more into that carry jungler role. I mean, you're just kind of looking to blow up a mage late game, right?
Yeah, I could still see Endless playing this. I think they're trying to make it look like a flex, but you're probably right. It's probably most likely going straight to Melbs.
Yeah, I think that this is definitely a Melbs pick. As Daji, the first ban in the second phase by the Dandy Demons.
Yeah, not bad into a pause, so I see why they're banning it.
Do you think we're going to be seeing maybe a Baka or something like that coming out of the jungle for Gravity Finance to go along with that Fafnir? Maybe a set. We know that Korb is a big lover of
It's
set.
gonna
As
be
Raven
one
is
of those
full ban.
auto attackers, that's for sure. I'm thinking Mercury, Barker. I think Mercury dies a bit too easily. So Kali taken away, so I think Dande
Yeah,
Demons have a feeling. He's looking at a god like that.
yeah. Maybe the Demons caught on to a bit of what we're talking
Barker
about.
could be a really good shout though.
Yeah, I mean, I like Barker into Poseidon. When you ult his ult, you can't be knocked up. Obviously, you're still going to take a lot of damage, but you can just eat a minion straight away that you regurgitated to heal up a little bit of that damage.
It's
As
interesting. We saw two junglers banned for By Gravity. They're thinking this pos is going mid for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I do still like the Thor ban. I'm so confident that this will be Mel's playing the Poseidon, but I do like the Thor ban. He looks so strong on that god.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, this pos could still be a flex just to see how low Melbs can pick his pick. Achilles hovered. That'd have to be solo, right? That's an abs pick.
Well,
No
I
way that
mean,
could go anywhere else.
again, that could also be Melbs in the jungle. Achilles could go solo
Yeah,
or jungle. I know Melbs is a fan of Achilles, and we've seen a lot of Achilles coming from abs as well. So could be going anywhere. Very, very poor win rate on the god though. 16% across 12 games.
12 games. Yeah, wow. That's surprising. Who's been tanking those stats?
There's I'm certain we're going to be seeing maybe the Baka or the set here
Yep.
as Ratatoskr is
Rat.
hovered.
Well, that's going
I'm assuming
solo.
that one's going to solo.
Yep.
Yeah, I do not think that we've seen the jungler hovered yet.
I don't know what kind of picks Dookie plays. I know Corb likes Rat, but I'd be surprised if he strayed away from like a proper hyper carry assassin. Oh, it
Um,
is. It is Rat jungle.
Yeah, with the
As of
Bologna
right
hovered,
now.
I have to assume that yeah, it will be the Rat jungle and Bologna
Yeah,
going over
I
to that
couldn't
solo
see
lane.
Dookie playing. I couldn't really see Dookie playing something like a Rat. So, yeah, definitely is jungle. Blown a lock 2, and that's the team for By Gravity. Not much to say. Like the gods don't really mesh together too well. But individually the characters are not bad. I
Well,
think Rat strives more in solo. Last pick, waiting on
Al
Dande
Al
Demons.
Kwong hovered. Now that is a Melv's pick if I've ever seen it. Locked in as well,
Two
which means that
executes.
we will be seeing Achilles in the solo lane, Poseidon in the mid lane, and then obviously the Shibbolunke Athena duo lane. What do you think about this Al Kwong?
Well, I think Melbs only wanted to pick it last. I don't think he wanted to pick it anywhere before last. Um, I think I think they were definitely going to stay with the pos jungle right until the end. Something must have changed their mind. Alquang, whenever Melbs picks Alquang, I'm saying this from experience. There's not, there's usually not ever a big reason behind it, to do with the other team's comp. He'll just be like, "Oh, just give me Alquang. I'll shit on these kids." That's pretty much what he would be saying right now.
Uh, well, I mean, I personally I love Al Kwong as a god. I love playing him. Uh, I'm not a big fan of him into Bologna, or even ESET really.
Yeah, I think he's gonna really struggle
I,
into
I
some of
think
these
that this is,
carries.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of Al Kwong into this draft just in general. But I'm excited for Melbs to hopefully prove me wrong, to be honest. But, well, if it was up to you, looking at these two teams, who are you giving it to?
Oh no, I was gonna say Dande. I don't know now actually. I don't like this Alquang. I like the
I,
Achilles. I like the Pos. Don't mind the Athena. I like the Exwell. I think I'm gonna give it to By Gravity actually. I'm gonna give it to By Gravity. I think Corb can pop off on this Rat. I think he can farm Pos. I think he can farm Bartman. I think the Fafnir could struggle a bit. I think the Bologna
well,
could do well.
well,
Jing's super
Poseidon's
safe.
pretty good into Fafnir, dropping a whirlpool underneath that transformation. He can't leap away straight after. Gives you a lot of
I
time
think
just to kind of blow him up.
they're gonna struggle to kill this E set. I mean, I can see Banboy kind of like dumping his kit too early and just getting one shot by the Aokwang, but if he can hold his abilities or at least his ult to when this Aokwang inevitably dives him, he can. It's such an easy turn for the E set. Just stay in the ult. This Jing is just gonna be untouchable anyway. So Banboy needs to recognize that he will be the focus, and if he does that, I'm still going with the By Gravity comp.
Yeah, like purely off comp, I've got to give it to By Gravity Finance as well. I love a lot of the picks on the demons, but I just think that Gravity Finance have picked really well. well-rounded team.
For sure. Okay, so we're both predicting by gravity then.
But I'm
That's ignoring players. We'll see how
Yeah,
it goes though.
purely ignoring players. I've got to give it to Gravity for the team comp. I think they've got a lot of what they wanted.
Yeah, I think that pretty much is it. They all got a pick. Maybe the comp doesn't work together super well. Like you can see there's more of a plan for this Dande Demons comp. You can see they can combo abilities. But this by gravity comp is just like 5 individual characters each player wanted, and they've got it. So yeah, I'm betting by gravity to take this one as the unfavored. I'm sure most people are thinking. So we're just getting into game now. So hold tight, and we'll get the casters in, shall we, Lass?
Yeah, look, I think that's enough of you and me talking absolute dribble, and it's probably time to throw it over to our casters, Dicehart and Gebetto.
Thank you very much, boys. Welcome to game number 1, our first set, of OCL Season 2, Week 2. My name is Dicehart, and I'm joined by Jay Beto.
Hello.
As we get into this first game between By Gravity Finance and Dande Demons, I'll be honest, looking at those comps, I kind of want to give it to the Demons. I quite like what they've got going on here. I like the Athena into Poseidon. It's a pretty classic comp, even with the Shibalonke ult on top of it. And, I mean, we've seen Al Kwong do pretty decently of recent as well. So, I don't know, I'm pretty excited to see how they go.
Yeah, I'm a fan of both comps, to be honest. Like, I agree. I don't particularly know if I like the Al Kwang here, but I don't like. I don't know if I like the second auto attacker on the Fafnir team being the solo laner.
Yeah, it's a bit rough that. It'll be interesting to see how they're able to pull it off. The Bologna normally is a counter pick to this sort of team comp as well, where, you obviously have the disarm and the block stacks to be able to deal with the auto attacking comps.
Yeah. I don't hate it into the Al Kwang. Like, I do like it, but the thing is that it was last picked. Like, the Bologna wasn't a counter pick. They had already picked it.
Yeah. Very interesting to see how they transition into the mid to late game from both teams, realistically. Build's pretty stock standard coming out at the moment. Yeah, nothing overly special there actually.
No, I don't think anything. I don't think we're gonna see anything particularly strange in the early game. A bit of a difference in starters in mid. We've got Conduit and a Sands of Time. I'm definitely not surprised to see those coming out from the respective gods. Isis valuing the cooldown, Poseidon wanting that the upgrade later on in the game, and obviously Conduit Gem's really fun.
We've already taken a lot of poke in this first wave, just trying to keep the demons out of this lane so that they can out-clear, but you take a lot of damage for that, as we see the junglers both rotating over towards the solo lane early. Mel's going to walk away from this one, though.
Yeah, Ab's having some sustaining kits, so it's not that bad of a thing to take some damage on the early wave. As you know, he's probably going to heal up past level 3, but then obviously Bologna's just going to have pressure in that lane, and she can just run it down every time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very curious to see how this newer lane turns out, though. You kind of expect Jingwei to lose a lot of the pressure, and I mean, that's exactly what we're seeing at the moment.
Yeah, Athena has a lot of pressure on basically everybody in the game, as you can see.
Right there, double point.
Jump in from Fafnir, though. Maybe wants to. I don't even know. Maybe he just wanted to jump in for fun. I don't really see the point in wasting your jump there.
You do it for disarm, basically. You don't want them to be able to have the they throw the 3 auto attacks off.
Yeah,
so
lots of pressure coming out from this Bachi man right now. Oh, not the Bachi man, the Bachalanke. I like it. Yeah, big.
Shout out to Yada.
Just a quick removing of the A. There we go. Very
there
nice. The Demons.
The Demons.
Yeah, I'm interested. I would have preferred this rat in solo. To be honest, I'm a big fan of the rat solo. I don't hate it in jungle, but I don't know if you can do enough damage on it to warrant it being a jungle pick. Oh, lots of damage coming out of the solo lane.
Abs is in a good position to do something about this, but he's just going to opt to sit under his tower for now.
Yeah, he can't really do anything. Oh, Melt's coming over for a gank though.
Looking for the gank onto Juki. Blink comes out. No damage from the Kwang. He gets the first blood onto Juki.
You have to expect that to happen. You're sitting at their T1 tower at 1 HP.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like you have to know that that's going to happen.
That's going to happen. Unfortunately,
Yeah, interesting point brought up in chat right now. I mean, actually, I'm interested to see what's Acorn this rat goes. Whether it's the stun Acorn with the extra nut, or it's the crit Acorn. Because I don't know, what do you value over that? Like into this, do you want the crit, or do you want the stun? Like, you playing for more the team? I know that Cobb does like.
If you're playing with the Fafnir, surely you go crit, right? And you just try, because
Yeah.
more anyway, right? Like, if that's the whole point of this rat, is to
Yeah.
play around the Fafnir and get the extra auto attack.
He does have
Like, yeah,
Boombas,
that's
so I'd hope he's going Spear, because Hammer's been... I've heard a lot of people talk about how Hammer's been kind of gutted.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Spear's probably the way to go, I would imagine now.
I'm very interested to see how this fight goes for both teams, because you want to be playing around the double execute dive comp.
Yeah.
But the E set just has a very, like, really good into the double execute. Massive heal. She can play in the ult. Maybe you bait her into ulting and then ult her up before she gets the heal off, so that she doesn't get the heal. That would be a big brain play.
I mean, if I'm the
This is a kill.
By gravity, this is looking like a kill. Abs Pro has the execute available, gets a little bit more DPS ult, forces the ult out of Juki back onto the tower, but
Unlucky.
Achilles ult is still up, and Juki falls back into that. Off the mark was the Achilles ult.
Super unlucky. Bro, he's cursing himself there.
Fenero is about to land onto Abs, though. Might be able to save his life here. Evelyn did land, but a nice taunt. Evelyn uses the beast, trying to get it off, and there's a shot to keep it alive a little bit longer. He's able to dash out of this one, but
first one on the balloon.
down that kill.
That's coming into Hazard,
and has a lot of damage available to him on this Alquang. Unable to lock it down, though.
Really unfortunate for Abs. If I'm Abs in that situation, and I have been Abs in that situation, I'm so mad at myself, dude. Missing the execute for first blood and the solo kill. We all know we like a good solo in OCE. Then gets ganked by the rat.
Link in from Melbs, looking for Juki here. No mana on this Bologna, but the rest of the team are here. Evelyn now looking for a bit of DPS onto Melbs, does chase up, and a nice taunt coming out.
Really good taunt there.
From Jed to be able to create a little bit more space for his jungler. Abspro in the meantime is coming back into this lane, and Juki out of mana.
Here.
Low health, Daddy Melbs still getting closer to the DPS, unable to find enough for the execute.
Unlucky.
The rest of By Gravity walk away from this.
A bit of a wasted fight there. Not sure if I would have gone back in there. I don't hate the attempt since the Alquang wants to execute. His speed buff's also down, but yeah. Don't know how I like leaving my my mid laners to just get one shot by the red buff. As it is the crit rat.
Could you just tell me which lane all of that was happening
in? Solo lane, the best lane.
Solo lane. Solo.
Yeah, solo lane.
People per lane. Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
No worries.
It do be the crit Acorn coming up in this rat, so
yeah, right.
I am excited to see
how that
Scorpion
goes.
down for By Gravity. No Scorpion even looked at for Dande. Sorry, is that how you say it? Dande Demons? I'm just going to say the Demons.
Okay.
Now for the Demons, yeah. Looked at now, so that's not too bad. Cups are spawning in another 10 seconds. Yeah, I definitely want to see a fight over Cup securing.
Oh, I mean, straight away, though, the team that were behind on the Scorpion picks up the Cup on that side, so...
Yeah.
Very likely, I would say the Demons are going to pick up the first Trebuchet of the game with the way that they're going.
Playing very well around these Cups. A nice little invade into the jungle. The support roaming is definitely want to see. Maybe a milk coming out from this Fafnir. I do like milking on Fafnir because you have the dash and then the ult dash, so you can...
Absolutely.
Very nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, this is extremely... I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, he's upgraded it. I don't know what that's about. You want the Berserkers. Why are you...
The left lane at the moment, Archimar knocked up, has to use the beads and the dash to get on his tower. Everyone's still diving. Shivalon KO utilized to get him out of this
and
one.
ult, but like,
we do see a rotation
he does survive.
Here, though. Jed9 looking for weave, potentially. Maybe just trying to peel Endless out of this one, as aware that the rest of the By Gravity boys are around this corner at the moment. As the rest of By Gravity just opts instead to look at the Oris. It's probably a good call at this point in the game. Although Jed potentially out of position here, does use the taunt to 3 people. We'll just walk out of that one though.
A little bit of a scuffle, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh yeah, sorry, what I was saying before that rat gank was I'm very surprised to see this Achilles just outboxing a Bologna. Like, I know that he has sustain, which is what I was saying. He did have an item, like, wow, Gold Fury at 7 minutes!
after the ultimate does.
I love this play.
Here, Daddy
They're gonna get this.
Gold Fury already down to half health. He set ult, looking for the secure there. There's an ethereal by gravity, does knock it down.
What a
Play.
play! That's a really smart play. They
Really
do
good play.
commit like what 3 ults, 4 ults for that.
Yeah, but worth. 100% worth.
I really like that play. That's such an early gold for you. And demons have no answer to that.
Yeah, there's not even a pyromancer up.
They can't do anything. There's nothing for them to do. Well, yeah, Pyromancer's not up. Endless wasn't there. He has Kraken. I think he backed. I could be wrong, but I think he backed. And, like, they can't do anything besides just let it happen.
Yeah, Juki within execute range again off the mark with that ultimate from Abzo, and Juki might just be able to turn this one around. He's looking for the DPS. The bludgeon is there. 1 health is Ab. I feel like Juki thought he was going to miss that and let it go.
Yeah, maybe. If he had ult there, it's definitely a kill, but good.
Lovely Evelyn now. Okay.
Maybe a blue invade? I'd like to see a blue invade coming out here.
Weave and Evelyn are there potentially looking for the DPS onto this blue buff. It is going to be
Unlucky.
secured though by...
I like the pressure being put on the blue there by gravity. Would have liked to see them go straight for it, but I still like putting the pressure on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the right call.
It's
especially
not
with the
like
solo lane
abs
and one
without.
health.
Yeah, it's not like Achilles without blue is the worst thing ever, but it still does feel bad and it's a good invade.
So at the moment we've got about a 1k lead on Gravity after that Gold Fury, and still an excellent play. About a minute before Pyromancer spawns, a bit more pressure in mid, for the demons than by Gravity, so they might
There
be able to
will
look
be
effective.
Fafnir ult and ESET ult backup.
Yeah, that's true.
I would love to see these guys maybe not try to sneak it away like they did last time. I don't think that's going to work again, but definitely fight over. I would love to see that happen again.
I mean,
They're playing the comp right.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to play this early game. You've got Bologna, have Bologna rotate. Big taunt coming out.
Does get the taunt off, but no follow-up from his team there.
Benboy not beating very good.
By Gravity.
If Benboy beats that, that's so troll. But I'm glad that he held on to it there. A nice 1400 lead already. That's really good to
Now
see.
we
Pretty
see
close.
Dandy Demons are looking to invade this Scorpion. By Gravity Finance not likely to give this one up for free. The Whirlpool comes down and there's a good dash. The taunt off the mark though, and Fafnir forced up into the...
Lona rotating over.
DPS off. There is a rat ult in the air at the moment. Bamboy falling very low. Has to use the circle of protection to keep himself alive in this one. Jed9 uses the ultimate too, and the rest of By Gravity land under their T1 tower trying
This
to
is a
stay alive.
huge win. If demons don't die here, this is a huge win for them because they used Fafnir ult, Rat ult, and ESET ult, and now they can just go straight to Pyromancer with Poseidon ult still up.
Demons now on this Pyromancer. Juki, the only person in the area to do anything about this. Weave around this corner might be able to slow it down a little bit, but behind them there's an Arkwong, and Mel's probably looking for blood at the moment.
Oh, not enough burn on the demon side. They just can't get this Pyromancer done.
And there's a Kraken trying to secure a
A bit
demon.
late, but oh, that was close.
Lock down that Pyromancer. DPS is coming out from By Gravity at the moment, potentially looking to lock down Abs here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Evelyn looking to invade this purple buff, trying to get it off of Budgiemon. Execute comes out from Daddy Melb,
A nice
so able
solo
to get
kill.
Golden Fanboy locked down for the solo kill.
They have a lot of stuff happening all over the map. You just can't look at it all at once. They've got an invade going on blue side. Achilles had to back. You've got an invade on purple side. And then Fanboy getting soloed under his T1.
After Pyromancer.
Yeah, well, his ult's down. If he was low, I don't know why he didn't just back. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit interesting.
We did miss it,
Still
but I
back
can't imagine
down
that he was
to
100 to 0.
almost 1,000. So obviously not perfect, but a good bring back for the demons. You want to see them back in the game like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they definitely made the right play there, looking for the fight and forcing as many ultimates as possible before.
Yeah, they get all of the ults they needed. Even one of them would have been enough, but they get all 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think if they'd gotten one of them, they would have been happy to just give up some of the pressure on Pyromancer, but getting those 3 huge ultimates, it's just, okay, we're doing this.
Yeah, okay, well this is free now. And the burn wasn't super great. It's unfortunate that,
It
like,
took ages.
if they had any of those ults, it might have been able to... And the Poseidon ult was early too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Trebuchet in left lane. They're gonna
We've-
pressure at this tower. I'm
They
surprised.
might be able to get this. Budgiemon doing a lot of damage on the Shiva Long by now, surely, in the Trebuchet chance.
It does chunk. I'm interested to see nobody from either team rotate. This is just a 2v2.
Yeah, just the duo lane returning to the duo lane at this point. Good taunt though, and a lot more damage coming out to Weave from Budgiemon there, but
I haven't seen this
Probably
Athena
survive.
working with this Poseidon as much as I would like to. Taunt into Kraken is such a potent combo, and I haven't really seen that happen much.
In the air, though, potentially looking for the Bachiman, does get the knock-up off and forces the speeds out of the Shibalonke. Shibalonke used, and now Weave going up into Dragon Form, trying to follow up on this one. Jed9 uses dash to go to the tower. Bachiman's going to live here.
Goldfury is up. I'd like to see them go to Goldfury with the remaining of this Fafnir ult. Otherwise, it's a complete waste. And again, another wasting of ults for nothing.
Close by. Athena ult's coming out onto Endless as well. They might be able to look for the dash one into the Kraken right now. Taunt comes out. Three people are huge. Kraken.
What an ult!
Wave already. Circle protection on the ground. Wasted on top of that Goldfury. Clacks inside of execute range. Abs Pro looking for the follow-up. Jingwei ultimate already used. Corp falls there to Daddy Melbs, and Goldfury now being picked up by the demons. A free secure.
Past the cursed by gravity.
I mean, that's what should have been happening, and it just so happened that it happened on an objective.
Yeah, it was beautiful. That was excellent. They only even like really did lots to Weave there, but they did a sizable amount of damage onto everybody on the team. Got some beads out as well. It's on 3 players. The other thing is that Bandboy opts to stab gold. Wow, just straight back to neutral. That's huge. This T1's gonna put it in Demon's favor quite a decent chunk, maybe 500 or so.
Terrible Weave here now as well. Might be able to look to pull some people off this. Juki ultimate over the wall. A huge Eagles rally forces the beats out of Abs Pro, and now chasing down.
Really nice defense.
The gravity ball, a huge spirit ball as well. Jed9 might just fall, and he
They're
does.
still in the
Juki
game.
credited with that kill.
I love this. They go from, oh, we've lost a fight. They're on the T1. It doesn't matter, let's just fight them, and it works. They kill the support, they push them off the T1, and bring the gold, like, in, fine, it's like 50 gold, but they bring it back to even. They stop the lead. That's what you want to see.
Absolutely, great play, you know, taking advantage of the fact that their biggest combo is down now after that Gold Fury, and they should be relatively low health bars.
Yeah, very interesting. Look at the level difference in jungle. That is awful to see.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
The global presence rotating Ratatoska
Yeah.
is 3 levels, 2 levels down, 2.5 levels down.
Yep.
Alquang, who is just going to get better and better. Sure, he's going crit, and that's good in late game, but yeah.
We've maybe a little bit caught out here while milking, but I mean, look at the cup differential right now, Jesus.
Yeah, 2 levels in solo to the Bologna, but 2 levels back in favor of the mid, so XP spread across the game. Very close game right now.
Yeah, definitely the case at the moment. As I think we're seeing the lead coming in from this mid laner and starting to
We have Taunt, Kraken up, and beats it down.
Kraken was not. Oh,
what a stun!
A nice sort of heal there from Weave to keep Endless out of that fight for the Kraken.
That was a kill.
Though, looking for this damage onto Bachiman forces the Athena ult down, and that was a lot used there in such a short amount of time.
Both teams playing really well against each other. Taunt on the E set with no beads. Poseidon walked up for the Kraken, stunned out by Weave. They engage on left, and then the Athena rotates straight to left.
Up, dash in, no taunt. Kraken used freehand on the golden Bamboy. Does fall to Jed9 there. A good play coming out. Daddy Mel still looking to chase down Weave here. This is potentially a T1 tower after that red buff, went down.
Say that, I say all those nice things, and then Bamboy decides that he's going to face check 3 people.
Walk directly into Kraken range.
Yeah, that was very questionable.
T1 tower does go down by Gravity Finance, now putting themselves...
Juki running down Abs in right lane.
Absolutely.
This is a pretty free Pyromancer, I would say.
Pyromancer.
No Kraken, but I think this is a bit troll to contest. There's 4 people on this Pyromancer right now. Should be a pretty easy.
Ready for it.
Yeah. We got an Evelyn.
From behind though, he might be able to do something about this. Does disarm onto Endless. Looking for some DPS there, but Daddy Mel following up and a nice taunt coming out as well. Juki falling incredibly low. Has to use the Eagles rally to get out of this.
Definitely going to be a kill.
Not
Easy
likely though.
execute.
2 executes and next to him, and one of them gets it. Melbs credited with that kill and back onto the Pyromancer.
Yeah, that's got to feel so bad. You've just got 2 executes running at you. You've got no ult and you're low HP.
Hey, how do you get away from both of those, bro?
You don't. You just die there. I like him going in, but his team kind of leaves him out to dry. Like, what?
Yeah,
you have 3 people there.
Yep.
If he's saying I'm gonna.
Rattle landing down, looking for the Bachiman here once again. Evelyn trying to get
nice
the damage,
Aegis.
but the Aegis was there, and Athena roll landing now as well. Evelyn knocked out by the Bachiman. A nice defense there.
Getting
Now,
farmed by Aegis.
Jed9 gets the taunt off onto Clax, but Bachiman was backing. He might not be able to get this kill now.
That was a really good play by by Evelyn, but the Aegis was so good. He Aegises the crit, I'm assuming, from the dash. If that crit hits and the into stun,
He's dead.
he's dead. But he gets no damage off.
Bamboy now once again face checking people, and there's a Kraken available to deal with this, and out it comes. Bamboy already half health, uses speed and the Aegis. Abs Pro
Nice.
locks that one down with the execute, another one in his favor.
Yeah, beats Aegis after the
After
Kraken.
Kraken, rough.
Yeah, not what you want to see. Bamboy not having his best game, really just positioning not super well. He just not respecting this. He doesn't even need taunt. He's freehanding the Kraken. Obviously, it's not a skill shot, but he's just letting him do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's coming down to that as we see another big rotation coming out towards this duo lane. 3 members of the Dandy Demons looking for Clack at the moment. A nice dash taunt in. Clack's already down to half health. Uses the ultimate to try to get out of this one. Airstrike won't get you far though. Execute range is there, and Barchiman locks down the kill before the Dragon can. Meanwhile, Evelyn and Weaver in mid trying to lock down Endless, but not likely to get this kill under the tower unless Evelyn can get up into the air for it. Which he can't.
Interesting plays. Trebuchet in mid, so I'm not surprised to see Weave just standing here. Teleport coming out, so maybe a defense.
Trebuchet probably won't get it, but the Gold Fury, however, is probably going to go the way the Demons.
Look at that gold swing before. It was something like 3.5k, probably almost 4k now.
Now at 4k.
And now, yeah, wow. Very.
To bring back this game.
Oh, yeah, they didn't play super well in the first 10 minutes or so, but they've been playing really well since then. Found their groove, and Melbs has been playing really well. It's just so difficult. Like, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I really think this ESET needs to step up her game. Like, really kind of throwing it for the team. The whole point, in my opinion, of this pick is to out-heal the executes and help the team play around the ult, and he's just always dead.
Yeah, he's definitely been in a rough position most.
They had a really good early game with the ults onto the objectives. The Gold Fury was good. Unfortunate Pyromancer fight, but yeah, they haven't been doing it since.
I mean, 1300 healing out of the ESET, more healing from Benevolence than Weave has than Circle of Protection so far. So definitely not out healing the executes at this point on this.
That's not what you want to see. I mean, look. ESET ult is still really good late game. It's still good into the executes late game. It's still a good team fight, and they still have the Fafnir, Jing Wei.
Demons potentially looking to pick out a Juki here.
This might be a fire giant if you can even
members. The DPS is there, dash coming out from Juki, and there's a nice whirlpool follow-up. Damage is there. Daddy Mel's locks down Juki, and looks like they're going straight for this fire giant.
Expo ult used, unfortunate, but they didn't use Poseidon ult, and this is what you want. You want this Kraken to be up. Rats in mid, I don't think they're going to show up for this. This is free.
Already incredibly low. Spirit Ball is out, but the Kraken locks it down.
Wow.
Dandy Demons lock down the first fire giant of week 2.
That is crazy, dude. I don't know if he lets them kill him there, or what. It looks like his beads got used. Maybe that build. It might be that build. I'm a bit questionable on the Poseidon Al Kwang combo and no magical prots.
No magical defense in that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a bit troll.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened there. Like, Whirlpool probably did more than
I like him.
Blink in from Gen 9 into the spawn there, and we've already down to half health. Might not even get into the Dragon before Daddy Melz gets the kill, and follow up there from Barchiman as well. Dashes into the tower now, looking to knock down this T2. TP is coming out, but it might be a bit late to do
this
anything.
Athena is just potent. Again, another taunt.
Immediately gets taunted as soon as he gets in and dies before the ESET ult pops off. Daddy Melz is credited with that kill now. Golden Bamboy forced it to the B's. Evelyn has blinked in, looking for that kill onto Abs, but Melb has gotten the triple kill in the back line off of that execute. Gen 9 has already dashed back in, looking for another taunt. 1v1 coming out between Clax and Daddy Melb. Clax taken very low. Melb able to push back in the Phoenix, knocked down by Dandy Demons.
That was Penta territory there. I also want to highlight that Bamboy opts to not save his solo laner with ult and ults nobody instead.
He just didn't pop it.
Dude, this Athena, insane. This Athena is playing so well. The taunts are so strong.
I mean, look at this build as well. Like, all that you need in this now is a bauble, and you will be at massive CDR. He's only at 30%.
I actually really like it. Even so, oh yeah, only 30%. Yeah, that's true.
I think you could build this Athena hard CDR, get a bauble, and go like 60% Athenas, and just go ham.
Wow,
like
7.2k, 7.5. 8k, wow, that was a lot of gold apparently.
Now pushing into this mid T2. Looks like though, Biogravity might rock up to this one. Weave and Bamboy under the tower already. But a big grouping, and already this dash taunt is being charged by Jed9. And aggression coming out from Endless as well. Evelyn already taken down to half health. Does get up into the air, potentially looking for a play up into the backline, but this could be a risky one for him.
This is a very risky play right now.
Second jump, and he's looking for it. He's going to go back, though, very likely giving up this T2 tower now.
Yuki deciding to clear some fire waves. I don't hate that. This is probably a dead T2. Does have teleport up. Oh my god, Az is going in again. He just doesn't care.
Daddy Mel's doing a lot of damage at the moment. We forced up into the offense, straight into a whirlpool.
Wow.
Endless credited with that kill, and now Mid Phoenix under pressure. TP is coming out, but it might not be enough. Avpro down to half health. Juki taunted straight into the Kraken after the TP. Daddy Mel's credited with that. Divine for the Arquam.
They picked
as
these
Mid Phoenix is knocked down.
Top 3, and they knew what they wanted, and they're doing it. Like the Ao Kwang, we had a question mark on it. He's just like, guys, you can taunt Kraken. I'm just gonna go solo people, and it works apparently. He's just like, I'm just gonna go kill Bandboy on cooldown. I'm just gonna execute the Bologna on cooldown. It doesn't matter. You guys have fun with your silly little combo. I'm just gonna execute people.
Now 5 members of the Dandy Demons walking into this left T2. Probably gonna push down the left side Phoenix as well.
Yeah, 3 Phoenixes down, maybe not. Opting for the smart play. I would like to have seen maybe a Phoenix play, but Fire Giant probably wearing off too soon. It is unfortunate to have the best Phoenix up, but still, 2 Phoenixes at 23 minutes, that is big. For Demons.
Gold Fury being picked up now by the Demons, but Clack's in the area looking to try to do something about this one. Gold Fury already down to a quarter health. Weave around this area as well. Jed already looking for this taunt though as Gold Fury falls, and By Gravity walk away from this one. Now an 11k lead for the Demons.
Yeah, I respect By Gravity for just no Magi's. They're like, yeah, we don't need it against Ao Kwang, Athena. We don't need Magi's. I feel like they... a couple of Magi's pickups would be big here.
As well. Like, you're getting how many Magi's for your value?
It's true. I mean, I don't know. What do you... This Athena is such a problem. It's...
I think you get Magi's, you get the Magi's glyph on 2 people, and you've got Magi's all of a sudden as we see a 1v1 coming out here. Daddy Mel's is already half health. Evelyn up into the tree. Sorry, does Evelyn go. Able to get away from that one, but definitely on the losing end of that 1v1.
You hate to see the rat go crit, get 1 stack on Rage, and lose the 1v1 that badly.
Yep. Not the ideal position to be in at all. What a healing.
Kind of healing, yeah.
Comes out, taunt though off the mark. Daddy Mills still chasing up onto Juki here.
I just don't know why he's up here.
Comes out, and a nice bit of trading coming down as well. Melb's taken about 3/4 health for Jets here, and so is Abs. Pro the damage now coming out to Juki, forced to use the Eagles rally. Surrounded now though, the taunt comes out. Bees were forced out as well, but there's the whirlpool to lock him down, and Juki going to fall here to Melb's as this Fire Giant.
Yeah, I don't know why that Beast comes out. You're dead anyway.
Fire Gravity here though, and inside the left lane, Barchiman has locked down Clash.
Jed, bro, stop it!
DPS coming down onto Weave, sorry, from this left T2 tower. And we see the rest of Dandy Demons now chasing into the right side. Phoenix, Evelyn taking the 1v1 once more, and Melb's immortal on the Ao Kwang at this point.
I don't know who is playing better. Melb? Oh, another Kraken.
Kraken straight onto Bamboy, 1 health, and down falls the ESET once more.
Aegis is up, yep.
Aegis is up.
He is just letting him do it. He's just standing there, be like, oh, me, again, you won't. And he just does it every time. I think every one of Bandboy's deaths this game has been Kraken. That is probably going to be game. I don't know who is better. Melb's the 1v1 king, or the Jed. Just an incredible play from Jed.
The Dandy Demons knock down the Titan, and they take the first win of OCL Season 2, Week 2.
Yikes, man. I hope to see an Athena ban. They genuinely could just top 2 Poseidon, Athena, and win again. They had no answer for it, and I don't know what are you doing to this?
You ban Athena, and that's exactly what I think they're gonna do.
I would hope to see at least
without a ban.
Either that, ban one of them, or pick one of them, because that was potent.
Absolutely, I agree with you there.
Can we peep some damage? Let's have a look at some details.
That's what I want to say real quick before we shoot back. Yeah, 19k on this Arkwong, 19k on the Shibalonke.
Yeah, Ekbal underrated. Baichiman coming out with top damage in the entire game.
Yeah, he was
really smacking.
Kind of going hard.
I really like Ekbal. I'm a really big fan of the ult in team fights. It's just it's very disruptive, and then his autos just hit so hard. He's very safe with his 3 as well.
Yeah. Well, that was a great first game for our set. Let's pass it on back to the analysts, sorry, and get their opinion on that set, boys.
Yeah, thanks, Dice. Thanks, Beto. And Boys, I know what I've been proven wrong, and boy, oh boy, have I been proven wrong right now.
What's
My
that?
word, did that Alcon go nuclear? I said at the start of that game that I hated Alcon into this comp. I said I love Alcon. I love playing the god. I love everything about him. But I saw the comp he was versing, and I said, no, I hate it here. You picked it 10th into what you know you're facing, and Melbs just went absolutely nuclear.
I mean, this is just playing comfort over meta, and my only opinion with the Alcon was if you can play ESET well into it, and he did not play ESET well into the Alcon. He would just dump his abilities and then get one shot by this Alcon. Literally had nothing left for him. I think Bamboy really, really struggled this game.
Yeah, I noticed at the end of that game, Bamboy elected to save his Aegis for game 2.
Yeah. Clearly the strategy. I don't know what else it could have been. Such a bizarre game though. Like, By Gravity felt like fully in control of that. For the first 5 minutes at least, and then still when they lost a fight, they managed to scrape back a lead, and then so quickly they got hard snowballed in that mid game. Like from an equal gold deficit to a 3k gold deficit for By Gravity in like a few minutes. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was insane. They took a 7-minute Gold Fury, I believe, on the side of Biogravity Finance. Really used that ESET circle protections, and then the God, I'm trying to remember what Fafnir's saying, Draconic Transformation. Um, the Fafnir ult, like they really just used their team comp well, but that was about it. After 7 minutes, it was just all kind of downhill from there. They started forgetting what it was that their team comp did. Bamboy just struggled with positioning so badly, and Melbs was just always there to punish anyone out of position. And then just Jed. Jed was huge. Jed just rotated everywhere. He was every single fight he was in. Even at the end there, it was so clean. He shows up, they get a couple kills in solo side, and then him and Abs instantly both fly over to to duo, and then clean up a kill over there too, and kind of just force Fafnir out, which lets Melbs and Endless just push through the Phoenix again and essentially win the game.
Yeah, see, we heard Jed, not Jed, we heard the casters harping on about this Athena pick from Jed and that it needs to be banned. I think if you don't know how to deal with an Athena, then ban it. But you need to know how to deal with an Athena, whether that's having some sort of response in your kit to stop that taunt or get out of that taunt. Isis has none of those. She's a silence if you're quick to react to it. But Isis, yeah, an insta dash taunt is not going to save. Isis is not going to be able to do anything into it, and I think if the Fafnir is sitting on the Isis, he can hammer this Athena to stop the taunt. But the real issue is that they had no response for this Athena. They had nothing stopping a blink taunt, nothing to stop it or get away from it, and
Right.
maybe that means a ban. But either way, we're getting into picks and bans right now fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Actually, teams were straight into it, so we'll jump into those. And already we've seen same bans from last game.
Yeah, interesting. Chernobog ban, Kepri ban, both pretty standard bans. I don't hate them. Kepri's essentially the same as that Athena. He does relatively the same thing in regards to just picking one target. And if you can't handle that, you just ban it away. Nemesis once again banned. I mean, what would you rather face at this point? Melv's running back that Al Kwong or Melv's playing a Nemesis?
Well, I think another
Nemesis.
another issue I think it was is this rat. You could see that once team fights went past the stage where Corb could do things on his own, he just started farming, and he could not participate in these fights because he couldn't solo anyone. And I mean, if your team's falling behind, the ability to still be able to solo someone is quite a big thing. And Melbs was our Kwong, perfect example, can literally solo anyone. Rat, even with the crit, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, Rat really struggles from behind, as we kind of saw a little bit that game. As so far, 5 exact same bans, so nothing changed from either team. And there it is, 6 bans exactly the same as game 1.
Yeah, that is strange. And the same first pick?
I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I don't like this mid.
If Yeah, if this is Weave saying, you know what, give me the E set, it is the E set. If this is Weave saying that he's playing it, then I'm more than happy. But
You know what? We're seeing an ESET first pick because these guys do not want to verse ESET. They know Endless plays ESET a lot. I'm sure Jed can too. I think this is why they're picking it because I would not pick that for my mid again, first pick. And we're just seeing the same run back for Dande Demons. Athena,
yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
exactly.
I mean, I don't know why. I can't believe they haven't just picked like a Thoth or a Tiamat or something. You know, get
Comfort over
Fanboy on.
meta.
Get
Yeah.
Fanboy on something just a little bit more comfortable.
Something that's safe, you know, something that has an escape.
Yeah, instead we are seeing the hardest of the salty runbacks I've ever seen in my life. Is
So far.
six bans and 3 picks, and it's all a complete mirror of game 1.
But hopefully we'll see a change up here. There's still so many high prior picks open. I mean, now that Lancelot has to be taken away and they're looking, Dande Demons are looking to ban this Morrigan too. There's Charybdis, another. I wouldn't say high prior. It's a bit of a weird hover, but other high priors up there. There's Yu Huang, who wasn't really touched last game. I don't think. I don't think he was even second phase banned.
No, I mean I would kind of like a Yu Huang here. I don't mind him at all. I mean, you see Athena coming at you, or the Kong, you just kind of float up in the air for a little bit. Charybdis hover is a little change. I don't think the Jingwei was the issue. I thought
Yeah, I think they should have kept Jingwei.
I thought out of the entire comp that was played by Gravity Finance, I thought the Jingwei was probably the best.
Yeah,
Um,
Charybdis is just like worse in every way.
yeah.
Like,
So
don't-
I'm not sure how I feel about this Charybdis change up, but it is the Yu Huang, like we were asking, which I'm happy to see that, which makes me believe that this isn't ESET support as Thor is hovered, and I am quivering right now. To be fair, Nan, we did see the Thor banned in that second phase, and then the Alcon picked. Maybe Melbs was planning on running the Thor the entire time.
I think those are two Pixie planes are running every single set they play. So, I mean, if it works, it works. It looks like he's not really being forced into anything else, or forced to take away anything. So why not?
This is a Thor pick, and I'm very happy with this. I can't wait to see Melbs play this.
Yeah, look, Yu Huang, he's safer. He's got a long duration CC immune ult. Sure, he's slow as hell in it, and he's got that CC immune. What do you even call that?
It's a self banish, I believe.
A self banish, which actually isn't that quick to get off. It can be cancelled quite easily. So I don't think that's going to stop him unless he's got inhuman reactions to use that third ability after Athena dash taunt or Athena blink taunt. Ra ban. Okay. I mean, okay for a second phase ban. I could see Endless playing it, especially with the Thor and Athena that they've already picked up on Dande Demon's side. Baba, another
Yeah.
good hit.
But I mean, surely the demons just play the Poseidon again, right?
Yeah. I don't.
I'm not too
I
sure.
mean, who else would they
Maybe
ban here?
Gravity Finance think that they can handle Poseidon a little bit better with these picks, as Cullen is hovered. I thought the Achilles was pretty good game 1.
I think
I do like the Cullen.
Poseidon's even better into Yu Huang than Isis, I reckon.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know where Yu Huang's gonna land. It's just a free Whirlpool Kraken, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, like, as Isis, you can still ult yourself, and as long as you don't get blown up and hit by the center of the ult, if you can get your Aegis off or whatever, that's good peel when you have a lot of abilities dumped on top of you. But Yu Huang, if he can't press 4, if this pause, theoretical pause is an ult, we're assuming we're gonna see a pause. Maybe Endless feels like playing something different.
Well, it is a Bakasura hovered.
I like these two.
We thought that we'd be seeing a Bakasura last game. I don't know if Baka's much better here. But, I mean, I'm a big fan of Baka. Always happy to see him.
Well, Baka is very much the 4 of you can do whatever you want. I'm gonna farm and then just solo kill whoever I want. You know.
As far as that exact strategy you're talking about, I think Baka does that a lot better than the Ratatoska. So
100%.
I'm happy to see Evelyn change up to run the Baka instead. And Cthulhu picked last. What's your thoughts on this Cthulhu? I'm a bit here and there with Cthulhu.
I mean, I like it. I think it's better than Bologna, just straight up. He can just ult and he won't get Athena taunted. He can move fairly freely. The burst, I mean, we don't really know. I mean, there it is. Pause. Okay, so I think Cthulhu survives burst much better. The Bologna, all she has is her ult, and then she can just get blown up easily. Cthulhu press 4. He's got the dash. He's got the fear. I think an overall just a tier above Bologna, much more meta. So I like
Yeah.
it. I'm liking the comp a lot better for By Gravity.
Yeah, I do like By Gravity. I do like the Danny Demons. Again, if you had to pick one to win from these, who are you giving it to? Purely off the team comp, not off players.
Purely based off last game, not off the players. I think Dande Demons. I think By Gravity have a much better comp, but I think the carries on By Gravity are gonna struggle, and that's what it's gonna come down to. So I'm going for Dande Demons.
Well, I guess I'll be. You know, we need to be unbiased, so I'm gonna say Gravity Finance. I like their team comp.
It is
I
better. Yeah.
don't mind the Charybdis. It's my only real question mark in this. I don't know why they haven't just picked Jing Wei again. But I love the Yu Huang. I love the E set going over to support this time, and the Baka Cthulhu. I'm liking the look of that solo side.
Righty, should we throw it over to the casters now? We are in game, so
I think
yeah.
that's a fantastic idea. Dysart, Beto, take it away, boys.
I am here. Are you here, Sam?
Very much, I certainly am, and we're finally getting into our second game for this set between Biogravity Finance and Dandy Demons. Interesting picks and bans, and Jabo,
Okay. Okay. I've got a few things to say.
Okay, Bud, no worries.
My first one is that in the interview with Abs, when he was talking about picks that he wanted to play, and I was in a game with him, it was like a Cullen. I knew this was coming out.
Okay,
He loves this pick. I love this pick. We all know this pick is good. I love this pick.
sure. You do love this pick.
You let they pick Athena, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Are you with me? Are you with
They
me?
picked Athena.
Okay,
I do remember
okay.
them first picking the Athena.
They don't pick Poseidon. Yes.
Correct,
And then
they did not
you
pick
have
Poseidon.
bans, and you have the opportunity to ban the Poseidon, and instead you ban Ra and
Yep.
Baba Yaga,
Correct.
and let them 10th pick Poseidon.
Listen, they didn't know if they were going to pick the Poseidon again, okay? Poseidon clearly wasn't the problem with the first game. I do have to say, like, it doesn't. I don't necessarily think that it was for the Poseidon though. I think that the problem was the Athena, and most gods like
Yeah.
Baba Yaga and Ra can follow up on it. I don't understand why you let the Athena through.
No, I agree. I would have much rather to see, and that's what I was saying at the end of game 1. I'm just saying they let Athena through. Like, why would you not? They obviously gonna run the same comp back. It worked. Like, maybe you can get Ra and catch him off. He's not the same god. He doesn't have a cripple. You know, I would rather the Ra and you have Yu Huang.
Absolutely.
early
The
game.
Ab getting incredibly low and will fall down here. Evelyn credited with that, killing a great play from by Gravity Finance early in this game. First blood. Wow, what just happened? And why?
Fringe gank. That is what
Yeah.
just happened.
Yep.
To be fair, Buggers are pretty strong in the early game. Unfortunate that I think the either Kakalin hadn't raged yet, or he had just come out. I wasn't watching over in I didn't see what his rage meter was at, but yeah, really, I think if he's raged there, he's fine.
You're probably absolutely right about that, but I mean, we saw Bakasura and the Cthulhu there, and they just do a lot of damage at this point in the game. See some aggression in this duo lane. I would imagine that Weave on this E-set will be a nice Spirit Ball coming out just before the taunt lands, and Bajiman taken down to about half health there as well. Weave on this E-set should be very interesting to watch.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
glad
pretty
they gave it
excited
over to him instead of keeping it on Fanboy.
I am very excited to see Weave on this E-set. I'm excited to see what he can do. I know that you really like the E-set, and Bulbul's back, so
Bulbul is back.
interested to see if he goes into that. Another pick, actually, while we're here, I am very excited to see the Melb's Thor. I know that he loves Thor. I played with him for like a bit, not in a team, but like just playing some casuals, and he loves Thor.
And we just saw him playing this Saw as he invaded the blue buff away from Juki there. Ab went and picked it up and he doesn't even need it on the Kakalin, but hey, why not have his?
Yeah, you want this pressure on the Kakon. Like, the Cthulhu's going to become unkillable eventually, but to shut him down in the early game, to stop him from doing that stuff, that's what you want to see.
Jed put some pressure onto this purple buff here. Might not go for the full invade, but can at least slow down the purple buff clear. As Bachimon does some clear of his own, and actually forced off of the purple buff. Were by Gravity Finance by Jed here. This Athena has so much pressure right now, it's ridiculous.
This is what you want to see. He's so confident.
Spiritball trying to keep it. No shot. No shot with an Athena reach.
I don't even have words, dude. What is that?
Remember to ban Jed's Athena next game.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. He is playing so well.
Absolutely. And goes and picks up the purple buff after the fact as well.
Oh.
Abspro though gets a solo kill onto Juki under his tower.
Lovely. I mean,
You
he has
love to see
teleport up, so that's not what you'd like to see from Solo, I tell you. But yeah, that is interesting.
I mean,
He wasn't even
that's
raged.
really good
He was in base form.
Endless now rotating to follow up on the big rotation out by Gravity here. Evelyn is in the area, but this purple buff's not up for a while, and Dandy Demons duo lane, they're under their tower, and only just now pushing out as we see Evelyn has jumped this wall. Endless here, potentially
Oh, this
for
is
a
a
Kraken
big
Jed
game.
already down though. The bucket ult was massive. Kraken clears hard, completely misses everybody. Claxes underneath the ground. Endless falling incredibly low there, does manage to live, but that Kraken did nothing, and Evelyn
That
managed
was
to lock
a
down a kill
really
by
good
Gravity.
is it Whirlpool by on Cardi B, the 3. It's
Charybdis?
a really good 3.
To be honest, I don't
perfectly
know what it's
immune.
called. It is called
Whirlpool form.
Form.
Alright, really good Whirlpool from Plax there. Like, I thought he missed, and then I couldn't see
Yeah, but
Cardi
there
B
was
anymore.
the Charybdis under the ground. Dash him from Jed 9 there as
More
everyone
ult
was
coming
invading. The red buff Thor is in the air looking to dunk down onto Evelyn and does land a lot of DPS coming out in the Whirlpool is there to lock that one down. Endless credited with that kill and a bit of a greedy play from Core.
Yeah, you like seeing the Bakasura go for those. Oh my god, so much damage.
Spirit Ball has landed. Endless down to about half health, but he's going to survive this one.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, he once again loses his blue buff.
I
Up
would
in
like
the air
to
goes
see him
Cthulhu.
pull the blue, but
Yeah, but this is a little bit late. It's okay though. DPS coming out of Dookie here to try
Oh, no,
to get
Abs
Abs
is
away, but
toying with him, bro. Look at these jukes. He doesn't care at all. He can rage and kill him here.
I'd say so. Dookie now looking to clear
He's already
this
got
wave
his
and
2.
over towards the blue buff does go Abs.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, both teams at 525 doing their Scorpions.
Yeah, I like to see this. The Scorpions going down. OCE has been getting a bit of a hammering from certain SPL coaches about not doing their Scorpions.
Certain
I
SPL coaches?
Sharks?
Well, singular. Just Sharks.
Sharks is such a dominating force that he has like multiple people.
Yeah, yep. Yes. You're right, and to be fair, the amount that Sharks really hammered us about it.
He's right though. like once you... It's so interesting to have like things that are right there in front of you, but not know until you get told them. Cups are spawning now, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the Demons have as big cup control as they did in the last game. They're already looking for
the
it.
last game, but I mean,
It looks like Gravity are on par this time. So
well, that's potentially a big
ready for
engage there. Jed
Bakasura ult
and
is
Endless
up.
were potentially looking for something. We're so much tankier on the C set than Bamboy was last game, though. It's
In
really
game,
hard to engage on.
in game 1, the analysts for Picks and Bans were talking about this Bakasura into the Poseidon pickup. So I am very interested
From
to
Jed
see
does manage to get the dashing from Jed got the taunt off. Bamboy back.
beads and 3 and escape use from Banboy.
Oh, he did beat that. Wow.
Yeah, he did beat
That was
that.
not
He
one
beats
of
is
the
on
cracks.
cooldown.
You know what that
Beat-
means.
Yeah, it's coming back.
It's coming back.
It's coming back. Or they can literally just go to. That's such a huge pickup.
Flax is quite low here, but Bashima well out of position as Evelyn looks to lock this one down with the
Oh,
Bakasura. Does manage to
good.
dash out though.
Those
And
bits
has the
coming
Athena
through.
ult from them.
They can just do Gold Fury at any time. Like,
they're really good.
support who isn't super tanky yet, and the mid both don't have beats.
Endless pressuring up the Weave here. He's going to get the Whirlpool off and the Kraken as well to follow up.
There it
Weave
is.
down to no health. Jed securing that kill and potentially a
No
play up
beats,
on
not
Gold
tanky
Fury here.
enough.
Instead,
I
Dandy
don't know
Demon's
if they
not
can
back.
though.
No.
I mean, it's a good pickup. I feel like it's a bit of a waste though. I don't know if killing Weave there is super valuable. Like it's good. It's a kill. Like whatever.
Mm.
But I would like to see them group up and put pressure on the fact that they don't have beads.
Melv's now potentially looking for some damage on the Clax.
Oh,
Bit of a dance going on between them as we see auto attack straight now. Klax goes down to less than half health. That was a huge bit of damage. Melbs is going up into the floor roll and he's going to dunk straight back down. Klax goes up into the ultimate and does
Oh,
get the
good
stun up
ult.
onto Melbs to keep himself out of range on this one. Weave now in the area as well, looking to peel his ADC.
That was quite a good play by Klax. Obviously not really fun to
Melbs,
see.
so still playing it aggressively. Jed's around this corner as well, and they might be able to pick up Klax now, opting instead to pick up this purple buff as the dash taunt comes out onto Weave Spirit Ball. Follow up, but isn't able to hit anybody on that one.
Jed
and
is
Jed
just
now
doing
picking up the
whatever
purple
he
buff.
wants, dude. He is... he's brutal. He's so aggressive. I know he's playing Athena, but they're not even trying to catch him out. Look how far forward he is right now. I know that they don't have wards, again, but still. No
He's
poke
just
coming
not
out.
being punished.
They're so scared of him.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. He's playing really well.
But this Athena early game is not particularly tanky either. You know, the build very similar between the Athena and the E set. Barely any stacks on either of their thieves as Juki gets incredibly low once more, down to already half health, forced it back from
I am
Adam's
so surprised that this is still happening. Just don't step up, dude. If he's pressuring you this hard, let Kakullan clear the wave. Or if he tries to freeze you, step up, chuck your 2 on the wave, it'll full clear. Level your 2. I don't know how, like, what is he doing that is putting him this far behind? Can we have a look at gold real quick? I just want to peep the, sorry, I meant like net worth.
Looking to invade this new buff now. Everyone in the area does have a minion available, but Abs uses that ultimate. A nice hammer as well coming out to...
Oh, he got it!
You're another invade against a Bakasura this time as well.
Yeah,
onto
that's
blue buff.
not what you like to see.
Evelyn now though uses that ultimate to try to get some DPS down onto Abs. Juki now stuck inside of that, using that Cthulhu wall, has to de-transform but Endless. Credited with that kill, and Dande Demons are running this game right now.
I don't know, yeah. The blue is down. What are you fighting for? But he did kind of get left out by his team.
Melbs going up into the air, looking for the Anvil of Dawn. Weave,
He's gonna go on speed buff.
probably the
land on speed
target.
buff.
No, back down towards Pyromancer that
Oh.
haven't spawned yet. Instead, going to opt to do the Scorpion with his team.
That's yucks. Unfortunate. I would like to see
Probably- it's probably the
Melbs
face.
running at a speed buff. No.
I don't think they're that far. They're only 400 gold up as now this Pyromancer.
Yeah, there's like a Pyromancer.
Dande Demons.
I would love
here.
no Golden Fury, boys. You're running over to Pyromancer too late.
They're close though, and there's low health bars out of the Dande Demons. Golden Bamboy over
You
this
still
wall.
have
He's able to get
boss
some
ult,
damage
though.
off, but not able to secure this Pyromancer. Dande Demons credited with that one.
Starter was down, so I guess you could have contested, but still, they just kind of sat there. I would have much rather them go over to gold and try to burst that down.
Absolutely, they've got the Bakasura. I think.
Yeah,
they probably had the
Bakasura.
DPS for it.
And the triple autos on you know, Cardi B. I don't hate it, but
Barshiman was quite low as well. As now looking towards this Gold Fury arm.
wow, okay, they are doing it.
This is a lot of
I
damage.
don't think
Bakasura
Demons can do
pushing
this.
into this
I don't
one.
think
Circle
they can
Protection is down. Jed 9 looking to get into the area, but Circle of Protection will lock that one down and buy Gravity Finance. Confirm that Gold Fury. Taunt does come as a weave.
Nah, this is gonna be nothing. It's just trying to get, like, if he beats is there.
A late Gold
I-
Fury play, but still the right call.
I honestly don't even think you needed the E-set ult, sorry.
We know that because we're watching from above, but
That is true. Doing it with no wards is a bit,
yeah. Dash in from Jed 9, cracking there to follow up with needs and the immunity used from Golden Bamboy to keep him alive in that
he's
scenario.
using
And
so much to get out. Like, I'm assuming, fine, Yu Huang's a great pick. I love the pick. Another invasion.
already looking for this blue buff once more. Mel's in the area and Juki might just get out of position for trying to stop this. Evelyn in the area and so are Weave and
Big
Bamboy.
Athena ult.
Goes up into the Cthulhu ultimate and Abs trying to fight 3 people at the moment. Jed 9 taking this fight. Evelyn has locked down Daddy Melbs and a lot of damage coming out from Weave as well. Trying to lock down Jed 9 as Juki comes in from the back line. Endless here now. The Kraken is not available at the moment after that play. But
That's a good,
most
I like
teams
that
can get
defense.
from that.
It's unfortunate you lose the blue, but it's a good defense. Because Dookie has gone this same build twice in a row. Obviously, he was on Balloon last game, and he went
Oh, Ben,
Berserkers
we
instead of
don't
Brawl.
have these taunts coming out and a lot of damage coming onto that tower as well. Endless looking for the
Back
DPS
in.
now as well, using that ultimate from the Yu Huang to try to protect him, but isn't able to get it off in time. Evelyn now, the target of aggression from Abs Pro as the DPS continues to come down. We've trying to peel, but Evelyn just needs to get back under his Phoenix to live from this one. And he will.
Yeah, that was I don't know. I feel like Banboy is just like expecting people to not kill him. Like, I know that I'm here. I'm gonna expect you not to throw an
Please
ability
don't
at me.
taunt me. Klax is walking up now into 3 people. This is the face check that we've seen this team do a few times now and be punished for, but Demons instead opting to pick up this these Auris and walk away, reset for the farm on the map.
a pretty neutral game. It doesn't feel that way, I will say. It feels like Demons have control of the map, but they just don't really. I mean, there was that really good Gold Fury,
Yeah.
and I guess that's not really map control. They just happened to go there, and Demons didn't show up.
That last fight that they just took near that blue buff as well, I think probably brought by Gravity back.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I was just saying before this that fight that Juki went the same build 2 games in a row. He is going Magic Pro this time, which is good. I'm glad. But yeah, this physical defense. So this time it's Breastplate. Last time it was Berserk. He's into Witchblade. Last game I guess it kind of made sense because they had an Al Kwang. But this game, they only have 1.
Evelyn's looking for this red buff invade, but I don't think it's going to get it off. As another dash taunt comes out onto Golden Bamboy, and the Kraken's there to follow up. Daddy Melb's credited with that kill, and easy beads it down, get the kill. Daddy Melb's now going up into the Anvil of Dawn, looking for Evelyn on this landing, and he does manage to land. Half health goes to Bakasura, and Jed9's already looking to follow up on the backline with a dash taunt. He's in position, and he's able to pick up Klax with that one before he can get underground. Does manage to get it in that last second after the beads were used, but there's still aggression coming out from the Dandy Demons. There's nothing on this side of the map to get, though. And this aggression might not lead to anything.
I think we have a second to breathe, so I'm going to ask you a question.
Hmm.
Is it worth it to pick gods with 100% damage immunity, but also using your beads every time to get that dash off? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. I've seen Bamboy use his beads to use his 3. I've seen just then Klax use his beads to get into his whirlpool. I don't think that there's any point in picking these gods specifically to be like, oh, I'm going to get out of Haunt, to then use your beads anyway.
Yeah, you would think that there were certain abilities, or actually, you know what? You would think that there would be a way to completely immune the CC and the damage to some extent without having to use your beads.
I mean, obviously, it's very hard to time the taunt, but like, and I was saying this before, I think I didn't get to because a fight broke out, but I really like Yuhong. I think he's good, right? But if you're picking him specifically for that, and the same with Cardi B, I don't know if it's like that great of a strategy.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
it's so hard to immune taunt.
It definitely looks like they've picked these specific gods to deal with the taunt into Poseidon, into the Kraken follow-up, sorry, but it's just not working for them. They're forced to use the beads very consistently, and if Jed opts to go this very heavy CDR build like he did last game and seems to be doing already again this game, he's going to have taunts out every, 10, 12 seconds, and that's already ridiculous as Pyromancer getting incredibly low there. Beads forced out of weave off the back of that taunt once more. Golden Bamboy over this ball, but might not be able to follow up. Juki does go off into the ultimate, and Danny Demon's locked down that Pyromancer. Juki getting a lot of DPS as Evelyn gets a kill onto Bachi Man in the left lane. Now Juki potentially in some trouble with the huge Yuang ult there, and a lot of follow-up from the Cthulhu as well, but taunt coming out and the Kraken to follow up as well as Juki falls and adds throw directly into the backline of Bi-Gravity. Forced into the immunity is Golden Bamboy as the rest of Bi-Gravity rotate out of this one, and the Demons look towards this Gold Fury.
We've just deciding that he didn't need to ult for Secure Pyro to keep his Cthulhu alive to win the fight. He just decided it wasn't worth it on any of those fronts. So I really just big brain play, to be honest. Holding the ult for no particular reason. And building two T2 items.
Dawn up in the air, beats it down on Weave, and that's probably the target. A nice dash taunt coming out from Jet as well as Weave is locked down. Down to half health goes the E-set. Circle protection on the ground, but it might not be enough to keep him alive. It is for now. Ab still in the backline load. Looking for this, having a huge squirrel. Keep Weave alive in that one. No one's going to follow up. Yes, they are. Daddy Melbs gets the hammer TP off straight into the damage. Now Evelyn taking a lot of damage from Evs Pro in the backline as well.
Abs is just running the game from this backline, man. Really playing well this game. Nobody's even looking at him. He's just allowed to do whatever he wants. He's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna rage here and just kind of kill people while you run away.
And we see it now as he puts pressure onto YT, Klax as well. Jed9 just around this corner, but Ab's taking a lot of damage to Klax. Probably not expecting this group just to do so much to him here.
Yeah, I don't think that he can really do that.
Surely plays up on this purple buff. Might not get there in time, but does have the DPS to steal it. Surely we take this 1v1. Klax now falling incredibly low to the 1v1 though as Bachiman opts to walk away and give up this purple buff invade.
I'd like to see a look at God Fury right now. I don't think that you can do Fire Giant. It may be a group up for a mid tower, but still, I would like to see a fight around God Fury. I think that both teams have pretty good fights with the E-set ult. Yu Huang ult in corridors is really good, plus Cthulhu ult, but then they also have, you know, Poseidon ult, they have Cullen, who's good into lots of different people with the knock-up and the CC, so I'd like to see both teams looking around this Gold Fury.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of opportunity for both of these teams as we see. Close to a dead even game. The dash comes out with no taunt to follow up. I think that was a bait to see if Weave would beads that.
Unfortunately, his beads are still down for 20 seconds, maybe a little bit off on that timer if they were tracking that.
That Whirlpool form already out of the Charybdis now, as well as
Oh,
Abs
you know what's
zoning
rough?
out. A huge two
Oh,
member
Gold Fury's already down.
very likely to fall, and there it goes. Dandy Demons have secured that one. While Abs
Here we go, Abs
has
doing
raged
one
in the
heavy,
back
he
line
wants
and
to-
doing whatever he wants to Golden Bamboy, down to half health already, as the rest of the Dandy Demons rotate into me, potentially looking for Juki out of position here.
Someone has got to stop this guy.
Dash taunt is there, and damage coming down onto Juki now. The dash from the Cthulhu comes out, but it might not be enough as Abs displaced him, and up into the Kraken does Juki go. Down through the circle of protection regardless. Weave and Clax forced to use their beat there as Abs dives the backline hard. Meanwhile, up into the Anvil of Dawn goes the Thor. Evelyn has been credited with 2 kills, so is Jed. 9 falls. Daddy Melvs picks up Weave in the back though, and Evelyn trying to get away from the Bachiman as the damage comes out on these autos. Bachi low to the tower, has to
really
walk away.
back and forth fight.
Daddy Melbs might be able to get the position here,
Oh.
blinks, but there's no target there anymore, and now Melbs potentially out of position, gets the double tap off, but he is in trouble here. Still opting to invade the speed buff though, why not? Doesn't matter. Abs is here, it's fine.
Really back and forth fight. After the Gold Fury, they go to that T2, and heavy loss on both sides. Relic's destroyed
Rough.
for the demons. That Relic situation is horrendous.
Yeah, not
yeah.
ideal. I mean, we're still in what really amounts to an even game. Like 2K at this point in the game, it's relevant, but I don't think it's overly relevant.
It's so close, man. Like I said, it doesn't feel like it, but they're farming well apparently. My Gravity is keeping up in gold.
Yeah.
Decently in XP. Like look, Corv is 2 levels above Melbs right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he has 6 kills, but like Melbs has been a pot of 7.
I have to wonder, as Evelyn potentially looks for this red buff invade, forced to run away though as he realizes that the combo pieces are all right there for him.
Ult is
After-
down for Poseidon, so that is fortunate for him.
True, but I mean, does Corb know that?
Probably not. It's up in now.
Pyromancer spawning very shortly as both teams rotate to this side of the map. Daddy Melbs is the only player other than the ADCs not really around this one, so High Gravity might have the better position on it at the moment. Scorpion does go down, sorry, for Evelyn there as Jed and Endless, the combo pieces very close to each other, looking for a pick in this scenario just before the Pyromancer spawns.
I wouldn't even hate to see a Firemancer. A Firemancer?
The Pyromancer, as the Pyromancer is picked up, and
Firemancer is picked
Dandy
up.
Demons are looking to start this one. Evelyn pushed up a little bit as Juki comes around this corner. Fire Giant, you've done it to me. Now Sprint though, coming out from By Gravity is up goes Juki into this Cthulhu Ultimate, ripping through the back line of the Demons. Anvil of Dawn, Thor up in the air, but Juki down to half health already, even lower. By Gravity might just have to disengage, but no, Daddy Melbs doesn't want that, and Evelyn taking a lot of damage does fall to Endless there as the Dandy Demons rush forward into the Fire Giant pit once more.
Cthulhu does have TP coming up now.
And
Doesn't have
TP,
ult.
he
Fire
has
is going down very quickly.
Fire incredibly low, but there is a By Gravity! Locked down by that E-set ult, I reckon, and Spirit Ball does come out to this potentially a really good fight, and triple stun there from the Thor as well, with Bachiman taken low from behind you. 9 falls to YT, Klax a double kill for the Klax as well as Bachiman falls. 1v1 coming out from Bamboy and Az, but it shouldn't matter, Klax is here now too, as the rest of By Gravity chase down the Demons into the right lane now. Mel's forced to TP out of that one, weave around this corner too. They might be able to push down this T2 tower, and that was a huge steal into the rest of that fight for Gravity.
That is an incredible play from Weave. Do you see that ult? It was in the wall.
Yeah, he had to have been the one that stole that as well. On a
Oh yeah, no,
full
he definitely
defense
was.
E-set ult.
And then they get an incredible fight off.
Without a
Playing
Cthulhu
it
ult, that was
smart,
great.
not going for a Phoenix, not overextending.
Yep, agree.
I definitely want to see a group up, get these towers down, not overextend
Fireman,
it, and lose it from a...
Yeah.
Don't
make
go
a
for a
mistake.
Phoenix. Don't go for Phoenix.
Don't go for a Phoenix. I agree.
Yeah, go for your towers, plant slow, try to get as much gold as you can from invading, maybe look for a pick, but yeah, don't throw this, because this is a huge situation you're in now. You've gone
Absolutely.
from being even to now you have fire for free, basically.
Mhm. And to the 2k, like that gold swung about 4k, considering it was a 2k lead for Demons and now a 2k lead for Gravity. But Anvil of Dawn, Daddy Melbs is up in the air, potentially looking for Clack, but maybe just out of range. Is going to have to find somewhere else to land. Opts to go into the mid lane here
I
instead.
don't hate him looking for it. Like, if you can catch out somebody being stupid or like backing late, like if Corb there in that duo lane was near mid and he gets caught out by the Thor, that's a huge pickup. I mean, he doesn't have fire, so it's not as big, but it delays.
Still something.
I like to see these. I like to see the Demons looking for this aggression. It takes time off of the Gravity's finance. The Gravity's finance? The Gravity's fire.
Finance.
Dude, what am I doing?
Finance. As we see though, Gravity Finances are looking to group up. Mel's potentially out of position. Jed9 is going to use the Athena ultimate to try to alleviate some of the pressure coming out, but Juki's just dashed in, and Evelyn is in the back line. A huge Kraken does come down onto Evelyn, but it's not going to quite be enough to get him here. YT Clax has used the ultimate for a stun onto Abs Pro, but Abs is zoning out 2 at the moment as this T1 tower continues to stand, and Juki is pressuring forward, but it won't do much as we lag a little bit.
I have to say,
Abs now the aggressor in this scenario.
they're still looking to pressure at this T1. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with all of their ults.
I mean, there's no ADC there. Instead, looking to go towards this Gold Fury, but this
Yeah.
might be a fight at the Gold Fury.
I think that this shows a little bit of inexperience with Gravity. They don't really know what to do with this Fire Giant right now.
Everyone
Juki
has
taunted in.
Gold Fury
No
down,
ult
but
on the
Juki's
Cthulhu.
doing a lot of damage right now, and down to half.
Knock off.
Astro still being the aggressor as well, gets a huge knockoff
Nice
off.
ult.
And Anvil of Dawn lands on 2. Weave forced to use the beads, and Juki well out of position. Now the Whirlpool is down 2, and Weave being hard at rest on at the moment. Might just fall, but manages to get the silence off, and a huge shield for him there too.
The Demons played that literally flawlessly. I know that they don't get any kills, they use all their ults, but so do Gravity, and they have Fire Giant. They've wasted, like, shit fighting is what they want to do, is what Demons want to do right now. They obviously not, they don't want to initiate, but like if you're taking a long fight and not losing it, that's what they want. You want to waste this Fire Giant.
I feel like we talk about this every week as well, but my lord, Melbourne makes plays, man. Like that wasn't the greatest Thor ult in the world. It was just a Thor ult, but it was so well timed. It landed on the 2 most important
placed as
people
well,
there.
yeah.
It forced the beads out. Melbourne, I think, really keeps this team going, going strong where they need to be.
That's so. What I was saying before with that Gold Fury, I feel like this is highlighting a bit of the Fire Gravity Finance's inexperience in these situations, because they're taking these corridor fights next to T1s and trying to get kills. Like they're trying to kill the Cucullin instead of just like, let's group up, push a wave under the tower, and just slowly take it down with our ADC orders.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Clax was already gone from that while the fight was still going on, so there's no way a tower was gonna fall.
A bad fight in like the jungle is not what you want to be doing. I know that you've got good ults for it, but Demons just leave. They just walk away, and you've used your ults for nothing, and then they defend under the T1.
Yeah, agree.
You used your entire Fire Giant, 5 ults, and everybody's relics. They're back up now, but for a T1, that's all you got.
Hey, they got Gold Fury. Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah. And Fury.
As we see right now, the aggressors
Yeah,
onto the
3K
Fire Giant are
ahead.
by Gravity right now, but Dandy Demon's not too far behind on this position. Juki around this wall, but has been warded out. Good grouping from both teams at the moment. Endless still coming from behind, which means that the combo
he's
pieces
so
are not
tanky.
all in place just yet. Now, Endless in position. Abs has taken a bit of poke for this one though.
Banboy did
Yeah,
like
9 dash taunt in, does manage to pick up only Weave though, as we see Juki come out and steal, but Weave already gone from the Kraken, and Abs playing in the backline, but Endless is dead too. Juki managed to pick up that kill, and Abs being completely zoned out at the moment, and down goes the Anvil of Dawn. Clax incredibly low and does fall to Daddy Melbs, who TP's out with the same hammer. Clax gone, Juki low health, Fanboy half.
Melb's
It's a
got
good
those
position
mechanics, bro.
for Dandy Demons right now. Melbs looking, pops the bubble on. Evelyn as well forces a jump over that wall, and Fire Giant very likely to be the target of the Demons here. As TP coming out right now
That fight
from
was
Abs Pro.
insane from the front line of the Demons. Abs goes in for so long. You think he's about to die? As soon as he turns away, Thor comes in, hits, somehow kills him with the hammer, and
With
then
the hammer
goes
that
through
he
the
did
wall.
TP'd out of. Jed9 low on this Fire Giant right now, but Fanboy was taunted onto a lot of DPS there. Dandy Demons managed to lock it down, but Juki is in the backline of their team. Barchiman should be safe here. Fire Giant on 3 for the Dandy Demons at this point in the game. Not too bad.
It's a very risky play from both teams to go for that. If they lose another Fire Giant with everybody except for Clax up,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
that's
you might
fair.
not get a Phoenix, but
Melbs just used his blink there. He might be looking for Evelyn here. If he's got the envelope
He's
on and he
ulting.
does, going straight up into the air, might be able to lock down one, potentially too far away. Juki definitely within range and has been stunned down. Hammer to follow up and stun off the bat as well. But nice silence there from Weave's heal for his solo laner there. And Juki able to walk away from that one after the use of the Thorol.
I don't hate him going for that, so it's
I mean, it
not
was
too
the only
bad.
person he could target at that point.
Also, he didn't even get silence. That Magi's cleansed the silence on his 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Never mind.
He went gold and I looked to check his beads, but I was like, how did he beads that? He was in his 3. But no, it was the Magi's. Yeah.
So you see grouping towards the right side of the map now from Dandy Demons, but both teams are really inside of each other's heads, I think. Like, every time the Demons go towards the right side of the map, Fire Gravity's already over there.
Man, they're playing really well. Both teams are playing really well. That's a huge wave for the Demons. This tower's going to go down really fast if it gets in.
Really needs to. Ab's now taking it up and Bachiman doing a bit of damage to it. Juki also being poked out a bit. There's the DPS that you want to see, and Jet Knight has dash taunted in, and the Kraken is there as well. Juki shouldn't even get up into the ultimate. Doesn't. Bachiman credited with that kill. And the T2 tower falls at the falls as well. As we see Melbs around this corner. Thor ultimate now back up and available, and potentially pressure onto this Phoenix instead of no. They will. What are they doing? They are going to pressure this Phoenix. Daddy Melbs around this corner. No need for a T2 tower. This dash taunt is charged up and ready to go. I think they know Melbs is over this wall, but it doesn't matter. Anvil of Dawn and the Shivalonke ult are both there, and this Phoenix being aggressed on hard. Melbs doesn't even need to land in the back line. And no, he doesn't. The Phoenix falls, and a nice combo of ults to force pressure onto Fire Gravity Finance to give them that Phoenix.
Phoenix, after Fire Giant has already been taken, it's, I don't know how many minutes down, but the Phoenix will still be down by the time Fire Giant spawns.
Absolutely.
And then when EFG spawns, this is a huge position for the Demons to be in. Gold still negligible, but map state, 300 gold less in between these two teams. But map state is drastically different.
Oh, far and away, Dandy Demons are now ahead of this game.
Yeah, it's the best Phoenix for Gravity to lose.
Evelyn blinks in, looking for Daddy Melbs, uses that ultimate, but here comes the Athena ult as well. The Defender of Olympus might just be able to get him out of this one. No, Evelyn does lock down the kill, but there's a Kraken there, trying to pick off the trade, and there it is. Evelyn falls to Bachiman too.
Teleporting in.
The rest of Fire Gravity are in the area, but Dandy Demons have the Fire Giant on them and looking for picks now. Instead opting to back though, Fire Giant's still down. Sorry, still down for a little while.
Yeah, he's still got a bit of fire. I'd like to see maybe a Gold Fury. I think Gravity could probably go for a nice Gold Fury here.
If you saw everyone back there, I think you absolutely got a gold.
Yeah, before that fight, man, these guys are fighting so much, I don't have time to say anything that isn't, like, fight-related.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, Gravity are probably like, okay, that's fine. It's the best Phoenix for us to have, but it's still a Phoenix. When look at how close the game is. Even after that fight, it's still close. Still 700 gold in 30 minutes. That's nothing.
Off along those, we see Dandy Demons very likely stack 100
gold swing.
Going to be picking up this Gold Fury, and it's still only 600 gold though. Like,
yeah,
30 minutes into the game, EFG is going to
more
spawn
than
soon. It is. Yeah, significantly more than that. Never mind, it's like 2 dead.
Yeah, but still.
Dash taunting in and a Kraken again. Weave is deleted off the map, and this is just before Fire Giant's going to spawn as well. That's great up.
That is backbreaking right there. I know that it's not like a damage dealer, but you get someone who's picking the only person who's secured a Fire Giant.
And another dash in from Jet, unable to hit the taunt though into Evelyn.
Jet is playing so well this game. His slashline not as, this isn't as kill centric as the last game, but still, the taunt is putting so much pressure on people.
What do you reckon, Jay Better? After you get that pick onto Weave, instead of like trying to position around this Fire Giant, because Weave's going to be up in 20, do you reckon you just push down mid Phoenix?
It's a bit risky
Got the
because
numbers.
if they play it right, like with Cthulhu ult, with the Barker ult, you might just lose EFG, and that's not what you want to do. I don't hate them doing either.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. We have just seen Weave respawn, and everyone's taking a very aggressive position in this mid lane. Wonder if someone's going to catch him out here. Unless in the area, and Mel's not too far away either. Thor ult's up, but they're going to opt instead to just do the farm on the side of the map, stay closer to the Fire Giant, and potentially lock it down.
There ain't no Thor ult.
What? It's up. He has it.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you meant like Thor is up in ult.
No.
Okay. Very nice. Upgraded relics coming through for almost everybody, not Shell upgraded for the E set, but almost everybody in the game having the upgraded relics. Some not on the carries, mid and ADCs on both teams haven't upgraded their all relics, but full build approach.
Dash torn in from Jed 9 on the Juki, but the Kraken's not going to do nearly as much this time. Circle protection on top. Juki falling so low. Finally gets up into the ultimate, but it won't matter as he does fall to Abspro, who's still looking for more gold, and Bamboy falls there. The Athena roll came out too, and now Clark's being chased down by Abspro. Evelyn is in the back line against the Dandy Demons, but he is doing a lot of DPS as well. Bashiman is about to fall, and so does Jed 9. Abs does get a kill, but Evelyn credited with the double there, and Endless should lock down Weave in this 1v1. No, Evelyn's coming back into it, looking to provide some pressure. Daddy Melb's up in the air, Anvil of Dawn, but off the mark. Weave not being picked up by that one this time is going to fall to Daddy Melb. So, and finally,
a rare Melb's miss of multiple abilities.
That fight eventually went the way of Dandy Demons, but Evelyn made them work for it.
Fanboy decides to die with ult up.
Yeah, man.
And Aegis, I will say.
We must have like ridiculous CDR because he used his ult in that fight and it's already back up as well.
Let's have a look. He's got 20%, 30, 40% cooldown. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go Bauble next. I know he's 06, but if you can get to even game state, I don't think they can do fire here. What? Well, this is a risky play. If they know, if Gravity show up, if this Cthulhu comes, this could be a big...
in mid lane at the moment. I don't know that he's 100% aware. If I don't know, half health, he's cracking up his hits, so they've got the score right now. Yeah, the Firedone's going to 100% go the way of Dandy Demons, and that's the first EFG I think we've seen so far. And
very questionable.
I definitely think that was defendable. I guess they didn't really have the board coverage to know.
Cthulhu has TP up.
Yeah.
Why are you TPing straight to fire? Either way, what are you farming for? You don't have any other items to get.
Every person on the map, no, nearly everyone in the game is level 20 at the moment. The ones that matter definitely are.
Yeah, the ones that matter definitely are. He has full build, he finishes Bulwark that back. He also has Sprint, which is kind of interesting. I don't really like that at all. The rest of his build's pretty okay. I'm glad he sold that gem of ISO that he had before. But yeah, he's not...
some wings, he's wildin'.
I feel like, okay, fine, pub sprint and then get into ult. He's not getting the chance to do that. He's getting taunted and ulting and running away.
Yeah,
I would rather blink or beads. Blink so that he doesn't have to sit at the front and get taunted. So he can sit a little back, play on wards, and then blink ult. Absolutely. And then he doesn't get krakened.
Dandy Demons knocking down that T2 tower and now putting pressure onto the left side Phoenix. But Athena's not here. Ultimate should be available. Defender of Olympus might save some time there for the Athena if they choose to push into the Phoenix now. Potentially just going back to push that Trebuchet though, and I think that's a good call here. Trebuchet at this point is pretty good to have when you've only got to deal with two Phoenixes.
You know what's interesting about having like solo Phoenix down is that it's really bad. Not really bad. It's the worst one for Fire Giant sieges because you can just defend it quickly and come back. But I feel like it's the best for this situation. They're trying to get left lane. Somebody has to go the entire other side of the map. To clear the waves.
Yep, I agree. And when you've got global pressure with a Thor ultimate as well, like he can push down mid while someone has to be in solo from five guys. Sorry, from By Gravity. And it looks like they will opt to push into this left side Phoenix with the Cthulhu in right lane. The taunt did come out and Bamboy forced to use the beads, but a nice bit of peel there from Weave. It's Anvil of Dawn coming out from Daddy Melbs, and he will look for a TP coming out from the Cthulhu though. It's going to be a big team fight, and Daddy Melbs opts to land back down on the ground as a Cthulhu ult. Wasted out there to push away and create some space.
Trebuchet coming up. I don't even think that they have to retreat that far.
And they won't have to throw it deep in and forces Bamboy into a bad position. Half health is for you while the Phoenix is already down, but Evelyn in the back line of the Dandy Demons. Kraken comes out and he does fall incredibly low there. Dash Taunt comes out. Bashiman credited with 1. Bashiman credited with 2. Still looking for more Golden. Bamboy has been stunned. Bashiman surely about to be credited with 3. No, Endless picks up Golden Bamboy and a Taunt coming out onto the Cthulhu. Juki might just fall here too. Endless with a double kill and only one man left standing against the Dandy Demons. They will claim the second game and the set. Dandy Demons 2-0 into By Gravity Finance.
What an interesting set to watch. I really liked how well By Gravity played. A little bit of map play that they could have improved on, but really good showing from that team. That was a really enjoyable match to watch.
Yeah, it was. That was a really good set. I think like that game especially was really, really good and shows that these two teams are still really competitive with each other and If a few things had gone a bit differently, maybe not giving up that fire giant for free towards the end, it could have been an
Yeah.
entirely different game.
That and the other one was that I don't know, like when you get fire, why are you like trying to kill the Cthulhu? Why are you committing like 3 ults to kill a Cthulhu outside of tower and then losing the fight? Like if they had just not fought, gone for towers, they're in such a good position.
Way better position. Absolutely agree with you. All right. Well, let's pass this one back to the casters for the to the analysts for the final analysis of this set. Boys, take it away.
That was an entertaining game, I must say. I think that could have been anyone's, but Dande Demons as a whole were playing better. I think by Gravity were kind of staying in it, just with some massive plays from Corb, and some misplays from Dande. But apart from that, the Dande Demons had this set in the bag.
I think Leth is still muted, so I'll come back.
No.
Oh.
Your boy, the
My
boy's here.
bad.
I was waiting for Nan to finish what he was saying. Yeah, really interesting game. I quite enjoyed it. It was funny to see the kind of swap in the jungles. I think everyone kind of stayed relatively the same, but obviously Melbs had that huge game 1 on the Ao Kuang and then swapped it around, and then Corb got his hand on the hyper carry, and suddenly Corb just went nuclear.
You can kind of see the way Melbs plays Thor. It's much easier to see from a spectator point of view. Like his team will start forcing something, and he will just use that ult to force the enemy team back so they can basically freely do whatever they want without getting engaged on. People are so scared when a Thor is in the air. They will back off completely. They won't look at what anything else is happening, and that's the utility that's really getting abused, and how Dande Demon was just able to freely do most objectives outside of maybe a fire giant.
Yeah, I like that you mentioned the fire giant. It was very questionable how I think when which one was the demons lost that original fire giant, but I'm pretty sure Endless still had the Kraken ready. I'm not sure what the deal was there. I don't know if maybe they thought that they didn't need the Kraken. I don't even know what stole it to begin
I
with.
think it was the ESET ult somehow.
Yeah, so I
Zero
don't know.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lack of Kraken used, and then when that enhanced fire giant went down, no one even stepped up. I mean, I thought that this entire game, both teams were pretty well even. You know, like gold never really swung more than a couple K in anyone's favor at any point. Both teams were level 20 at the end there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that enhanced fire giant was just kind of let down, but I think that's kind of a huge turning point in the game, which just let the demons run away with it.
Yeah, I mean, Bamboy was able to spam a lot of abilities. A lot of his damage, I feel like, is a bit irrelevant. I think Yu Huang kind of can just, like I said, spam his abilities fairly safely and poke people, but he just died too much this game, too easily as well. Like you'll be watching a fight happening, and then all of a sudden he's like in melee range of the Thor, and has nothing left, and his 3 may as well have been I was gonna say a Merlin flicker, but a Merlin flicker is at least quicker. Like he would have the beads to use his CC immune 3. I think if he was something like a Thoth, a comfort pick for him, that dash is quick. That dash, you shouldn't get caught by an Athena taunt. And I think so often you could see Jed was so obviously going to go for a dash taunt, and Bamboy was still just too slow to react, and he used his relics way too late nearly all the time. And it's definitely a poor set from him.
Well, didn't use his Aegis anywhere near enough. To be honest, he just held his. He had so many deaths where that extra 2 seconds maybe could have saved his life. But yeah, I mean, sort of a poor showing. I think Gravity Finance kind of. I don't know. I really thought that they were in this game. I thought that they really could have won. At one point there, I thought that they were going to win. I thought we were definitely going to a game 3, and yeah, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but in the end, ends up going the way of Demons. They take a pretty clean 2-0 set.
I mean, you look at look at their the goal difference that game, and it was so even for a lot of it, and the structures were so even. Look at Corb's GPM. Look at Corb's structure damage. He's like inflating those stats that were clearly not accurately showing the state of this game the whole time. Like you could, if you watch the full game, you can tell Dande Demons are fully in control for pretty much all of it. But you keep looking at the gold, you look at the structures, and you're like, hey, this should technically be even. This should technically be anyone's game. But every single time, Demons had such a clean fight and were really good with their objectives, like most of the time.
Yeah. Obviously, except for just straight up not using Kraken at one point there, but yeah, relatively clean in the
Yeah,
end.
those things happen.
Yeah, and then I mean, we have to talk about the front line. I don't think we've harped on enough about this front line from the Demons. Like Abs and Jed just went nuclear. Like Jed was just in every single fight. I'm not too sure what his kill participation was in the end. At one point there, he was part of 15 out of 16 kills.
Yeah, so he had a 21 kill participation. I think that's tied with the Poseidon. I don't know what their total kills was, but yeah, 24. So what is that, like an 80% kill participation?
Yeah, that's I
pretty
mean that's
nuts.
he missed 3 kills. I mean that's relatively good. Could have been something as simple as him dying at one point there, and then the team taking a little bit too long to clean up off it.
I think Dande Demons just played. They played a combo comp. They played it very familiar. It's like every time they made a play, every time they made it Athena taunt, Kraken, they used the Thor ult. It's like they were reading off an instruction manual, like a script, and they're just doing it over and over again, and it works every time. And By Gravity just did not respond very well. But either way, did we have a MVP vote?
Well, okay, so there's some. Like, all right, we haven't the MVP vote finished. It was Jed in the end, and people are not happy about it.
Who's the vote for? Melbs.
A lot of people want abs.
A lot of
Abs.
people want abs.
They both played really well. We did just have abs.
Let's
in
bring them
though.
both in. Why not?
All right, you know what? I'm bringing them both in.
Okay.
Okay, hang on a second. Why not? There's the other one. Hello, boys. Welcome.
Hello.
Congrats on the win. Hello, Abs and Jed.
Hello.
Tied MVP apparently.
Yeah, we're giving you the tied MVP for the front line of that Danny Demons, and like, boys, that was clean. That was really good. Abs, you were just undying. Jed, you were everywhere, man. How did that game feel? How did that set feel?
Dude,
Well-
it was so good. Remember how I had the early game pre-game interview and I said that, we kind of had, 70 to like 100 things that we could do. That was one of them. So we just, read off the lines of what we're supposed to do, read the script, and we just kind of played with it. Athena taunt, pause ult, game over.
And it was so funny because you guys did that in game 1 too, and then the other team just decided that, yeah, look, we can handle that and just let you have it again, and you guys did it again and played it again well.
I feel like it would have been pretty bad if we copped out. They challenged us. They said you wouldn't do it again, so we had to try, and we did it again.
I mean, yeah, I respect it. If they're gonna let you do it again, why not just run it back, right?
I mean,
If it
clearly
ain't broke, don't fix it.
they
Yeah,
need to
that's
learn
actually-
how
that's
to
what I
play
said.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I said that in Picks and Bans. I said if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and you guys, yeah, definitely ain't broken.
It felt like we were playing chess all over again and it was the same board. It was just
Yeah,
simple
Jed-
to play
Has a way
P's
with
and B's,
words.
so easy.
Jed's still at volleyball and just putting these drafts together.
Thankfully, I
knows
didn't have
it,
to do
dude.
much. The team just told me I was playing a feeder, and I was giving it. So, I mean, what if you got people like Endless and Bart and, always ready to go off a taunt? Why not just
Yeah.
play that character?
Yeah, I mean, tell me about this, Athena. Is this like something you've practiced? Is this just something that you're storied on? Like, what's the deal here?
More or less just, it's an easy 1-2. Just felt comfortable in scrims, and we just went, why not?
Is this a team you've scrimmed a bit or not so much?
Yeah,
Random,
we-
like twice, I believe.
yeah. Last scrim we went 1 and 2, so better result for this game for official games, but
Well, I always say that losing in scrims is probably better than winning scrims.
No,
You'll learn a
it's
lot
all
more
about
from
the
it.
it's all about the win-loss. Play your best, win, and brag about it.
Completely.
Yeah,
Agreed.
these actual games are all that matter, and you guys really made it matter here.
So you guys are confident in multiple sort of team strategies, not just the Athena Pos Thor combo. I
No,
think
this
We
is all
have-
we got. That is it.
So, aside from what
Noted.
Jed's saying, we have a lot that we
That's good
we
to
have in the
hear.
back pocket. We have a
Yeah.
lot ready to go. So
The Ao Kwang pick, you don't have to say too much on it, but was it something Melbs was wanting very early on, or just decided to take at the end of the draft? Was it ever a decision, or was it ever a thought to go pos jungle?
I don't think it was, to be honest.
It's always just a
I can't.
last minute pick.
Yeah, I can't really remember why the Alcon came up. It's just kind of something that Melbs hangs around on sometimes, and if it's playable, he'll play it. So much like his Thor, it just kind of comes out and carries.
Yeah, likewise to his 4, his Ao Kwang is a storied character of his. The guy used to just run it down and rate on that character all the time.
Okay, let's not give away too much.
Yeah, I
Oh no,
personally have seen
Melbs
a
can
lot
play
of
Ao Kwang. Exposed. That's fair. I'd be interested to see though, what else you guys have up your sleeve. I trust you've got plenty though. I know you'll have pretty solid god pools. So yeah, I think you guys had this team in the bag. I think you guys are just the stronger unit. Leth and I kind of mentioned this in the first comp. The other team, they kind of sort of picks for themselves and picks gods they wanted to play, but I feel like you guys really draft for that kind of team comp and combos. Is that true?
That's something we have learnt in the last couple of weeks. Being as a unit, it's not always about what you're comfortable on or what's in the meta. Sometimes counter picking is going to be better. So that's something you've always got to look out for.
Yeah. Anything else to add, or did
Yeah.
any of the casters want to ask something too?
I really
I do.
quickly.
Sorry, you can go last. Sorry.
Oh, I really quickly just wanted to touch on the fact that you guys won this set with a sub. What happened there? Was it just Tiger Max just slipped in, or missed the alarm? But how did it feel playing the set with Bart? He seemed to do pretty well, in my opinion.
Jed, you want to take that one?
Sure. Tiger's just a very busy man. Guy works constantly, so he couldn't really make it to this set. So thankfully we have the MVP sub, Barchi man, to just come in.
Yeah.
He felt well,
the-
he did
Oh,
his
he
job.
plays Fortnite full time.
The Shubat Lunke, I believe we're calling it.
Ah,
That's lovely.
might need to
Uh,
give it a name change again.
I have a quick question for you, Abs.
Yes.
Where did you get a whole cheer squad and how do I hire one? Because chat has just
Yeah,
been Abs
gee.
Pro spam, bro.
I don't really understand. I'm a bit freaked out. If I'm being completely honest.
I don't
I
know who these people are.
Roll with the
don't know who
punches,
these
it's
people are.
fantastic.
I'm sure they're lovely people. I saw one of them lost in the Powerball, which is interesting. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, look, I don't know, but
Oh
I
my
think they're good people.
goodness.
GG's, lads.
Easy.
Yeah, GG's, Abs, Jed. Thanks for jumping in. Congratulations on the win, and good luck in your future sets, boys.
Thank you,
Ooh.
thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Always.
Bye.
Sweet as. All right. Let's look ahead then. I think we have at least one other set to announce. Lath.
Yeah. As far as I'm aware, we will be looking at a Cognitive Chickens versus the Puri Boys.
Cognitive? Did you say cognitive?
Cognitive Chickens versus Puri. That will be on Sunday at 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time.
I believe the Wyverns have confirmed their game as well. Is that correct?